presents Wizards basketball. Tonight live from the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. It's the Washington Wizards and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ricky Davis and the Cavs head into D.C. reeling, losers of 9 of their last 10. But these are the kind of teams that pose a silent danger that Michael Jordan and the Wizards know only too well. MJ coming off an inspiring performance as the Wizards host the Cavaliers in the third of 4 meetings this season. Hi, folks. Great to be with you again for Wizards Hoops here on Comcast Sportsnet. Steve Buckhatz with Phil Chenier. Officially 13 days till the big 4-0. Michael Jordan continues to amaze even the most casual fan.
Well, what a game he had. Another 40-point game. His second 40-point game this year. 41 against Indiana early in the year. And then 45 the other night. And boy, was that timing, because you're talking about Stackhouse and Larry Hughes being out of the lineup. Jordan got off very quick. 23 points in the first half, got some help in the second half, and you can see that's his 7th 40-point game as a Wizard, but over his career, 172 of them. And look what follows usually, 32 points. So we're looking for some big things from MJ tonight.
He can still get it done. And in that game against New Orleans, Kwame Brown came off the bench to record some spectacular plays. One of them might have been the key play of the game.
Well, you're talking about game changers. This was a 5-point game. You have the layup there that gets rejected by Kwame Brown. What a great block. They get control of the basketball, convert the bank shot. Jordan does at the other end. It's a 4-point swing, and certainly a spectacular play defensively by Kwame.
Cleveland is one of those sneaky teams. They've won only 9 games all year long. They've lost 9 of the last 10, but they do have an all-star on their squad, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. They are capable of playing good basketball.
I tell you, this is a very good 7-footer. He's very good on his feet. He's got a good touch, but the problem has been he hasn't been healthy. Last year, for the first time, he played in more than half the games, 62 games. This year, he's one of only 3 players that has played in all the games. I'm sure that the Cavs management hopes he continues. You can see his numbers are very respectable, certainly all-star numbers.
Ilgauskas and the Cavaliers have already faced the Wizards twice this season, with Washington winning both games. But Jerry Stackhouse was the leading scorer both times. So tonight, it'll be incumbent once again for MJ to get it done. Wizards and the Cavaliers are straight ahead from the MCI Center. Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball brought to you tonight by Budweiser, delivering beer at its best with a crisp, clean, and refreshing taste known only to the king of beers. By Volvo and your local Volvo retailer. Subway, it's cold outside. Come into Subway for some delicious hot soup. Subway, eat fresh. Toyota of Bowie, save thousands this weekend at Toyota of Bowie at the intersection of Route 50 and 301. The Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. Tyson's Corner Honda Superstore. Superstore selection, Superstore savings, Rosenthal Honda. Get up to $100 at the giant truckload sale going on now only at SunTrust, member FDIC. Miller Brothers Ford and Chevrolet. And by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. He is a brilliant star, still shining brightly. MJ and the Wizards versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, with starters and tip-off next from Washington.
Toyota of Bowie is your exclusive Toyotathon dealer. You'll find the all-new 2003 Corolla for only $159 a month. All-new 2003 Camrys for only $199 a month. Even new Highlanders are now Toyotathon priced at only $283 a month.
Plus, when you buy any new or certified used Toyota this week, we'll send you and a friend to the sunny Bahamas. No games, no gimmicks.
We may be miles away, but we're only minutes from you. Toyota of Bowie, your exclusive Toyotathon dealer.
Our giant truckload sale is back, and we're giving away up to $100 to everyone who switches to SunTrust.
Don't you want me, baby?
Hey, if having a bank that listens wasn't enough incentive,
Don't you want me? Oh,
$100 sure should be.
don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me?
Hurry to the giant truckload sale at SunTrust before the music's over.
When you've been a quarterback as long as I have, you can be a little controlling. Used to taking charge, barking orders. I guess that's why I like my new Mitsubishi widescreen HD TV so much.
Come to the Big Screen Store and experience Mitsubishi high-definition television with Net Command.
You just point and hit play.
Now for a limited time, pay nothing until January 2004.
Heck, I bet I can control just about everything from right here. Pretty cool.
At the Big Screen Store.
It starts at 10 a.m. It ends at 10 p.m. And in between, 12 hours of spectacular furniture shopping with 0 down payment and 0 interest for 3 full years. Wednesday only, and only at Marlowe. All the furniture you want with no down payment and no finance charges for 3 years. Don't miss out. Marlowe, the furniture superstore.
Michael Jordan has changed the face of basketball forever. Now, after nearly 2 decades, Jordan will take the court for the very last time. And you can be there with the Wizards' Final Flight plan. You'll receive tickets to 6 regular season home games, a Michael Jordan growth poster, plus Michael Jordan's historic final regular season game against the New York Knicks for free. To get your Wizards' Final Flight plan, call 202-661-5050.
Welcome back to the nation's capital, and for the fans entering the building tonight, they will see Michael Jordan for the final time as a 39-year-old play in this building, because the next time he shows up here will be February 17th when the Wizards come back from that road trip, and that will be Michael Jordan's birthday. Fans, Mercedes-Benz of Annapolis is the place to go for both new and pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, located in the heart of Annapolis, a short drive from both Washington and Baltimore. Just tell them Phil Chenier sent you. All right, let's take a look at the Southwest Airlines starting lineups. First for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers with a record of 9 wins and 39 losses. That's 8th and last place in the Central Division. They are 6-16 at home and just 3-23 on the road. They'll start Ricky Davis and Smush Parker in the backcourt. Smush getting his 17th start of the season. Davis in 2 games against the Wizards this year, averaging 23 points a game. And in the front court for Cleveland, Darius Miles with Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Carlos Boozer. Boozer has started 23 games and averaged 11.6 points and 8.2 rebounds in those games. The head coach replacing former Maryland star John Lucas is Keith Smart, who has now coached in 6 games with the Cavaliers and has a record of 1 win and 5 losses. He has been an assistant coach with Cleveland the past 3 seasons. The head coach of the Washington Wizards is Doug Collins, and he leads his team into battle tonight with a record of 23-25, 5th in the Atlantic, 16-10 at home, 7-15 on the road. MJ starts in the backcourt and once again goes with Tyronn Lue, who had a terrific game against New Orleans on Saturday. In 37 minutes, Lue failed to commit a single turnover. And in the front court for Washington, Brian Russell with Brendan Haywood and Christian Laettner. Russell had 13 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals against New Orleans in the big win over the Hornets on Saturday. And Doug Collins is the head coach of this Wizards team. He did, in fact, pick up his 60th victory as a head coach with his team against the Hornets, 70 losses. Doug is assisted by Brian James, Larry Drew, Johnny Bach, Patrick Ewing, and the Wizards trainer is Steve Stricker. All right, let's take a look at the Jim Coleman keys to the game, Phil.
Well, the Cavs are next to last in turnover problems. They average over 18 a game, so they certainly want to solve that problem. Also, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, he's their second leading scorer, their leading rebounder on the team, but in 2 games against Washington, he's had subpar performances, 7 for 30 field goal shooting, including a 6-point game the last time the 2 teams met right here. The Wizards have to come out with mental toughness and aggressiveness. They can't allow this game to slip away. Don't forget the game that they had against the Warriors. The Warriors were 14-20 at the time, or the Memphis game, or the Toronto game. They also have to rely on their young guns again. Look out for Juan Dixon, Kwame Brown, and Tom Thomas to come off the bench and give this team a spark.
The officials for tonight's game are Tony Brothers with Mark Wunderlich and Phil Robinson. This is the third of 4 meetings between these two. Washington won the first game 107-100. They led by as many as 18 and held off the Cleveland team for the win. Stackhouse led everybody with 35. Ricky Davis had 27 in that one. And they won again 3 days later on November 9th, 93-79 in Cleveland. Stackhouse had 27 in that game. Wizards lead the all-time series 84-74. They'll play again in Cleveland on April 8th. Last year, Washington won 2 of 3, including the only meeting here. Cleveland has lost 9 of 10. Their only win has come against the Clippers, 104-100 at home. They've lost to Portland twice, Golden State, Denver, and Utah all on the road. They've lost to Orlando twice and Atlanta twice in that 10-game skid. Blocked inside and taken away. Wizards come off a big win over the Hornets Saturday, 109-104. In a game that saw Michael Jordan pump in 45 points. MJ, 8 seconds to shoot. Tries the lane and draws the foul on the pass, and the Wizards will get it on the side.
I heard Doug Collins talking after the game about the energy that he had seen from Jordan, even in the shoot-around earlier that day, and just knew that Jordan was going to come out and have a big night, and that certainly was the case.
Great pass, Jordan on the fadeaway. How about that?
Saw him readjust his shot. Darius Miles is a tremendous leaper, so he knew he had to get that shot up high.
MJ scored 40 or more for the 172nd consecutive time in his career. That's number 2 all-time behind Wilt Chamberlain, who did it an amazing 271 times.
Oh, let's not forget the one year that Chamberlain averaged 50 points a game.
Unheard of. Jordan again. He's red hot again. Bad news for Cleveland.
Well, he's been bad news for them for some time now. That's nothing new.
Yeah. Got the game winner last year, which we'll revisit later. Here's Ilgauskas. Boozer the rebound, and it's taken away. Cleveland is not a bad rebounding team. They're tied for 5th overall in boards.
In fact, one of the tougher offensive rebounding teams, particularly when you look at a player like Zydrunas Ilgauskas, who averages over 3 a game.
Can he be stopped tonight? MJ has scored 50 or more points 31 times. That's also number 2 behind Chamberlain, who did it 118 times. Miles hits inside. Of course, MJ's career high of 69 came against these Cavaliers back in March of 1990, almost 13 years ago, and Miles is called for a foul.
Is that the second? Yeah, it's a second personal on Darius Miles.
And let's send you over to George Johnson. George?
All right, thank you very much, Buck. Well, obviously, Mike getting off to a good start, but Doug Collins was talking yesterday about the fact that when Mike doesn't get off to a good start, of course, being the barometer of this team, he really would like to see some of these other guys recognize that fact and pick up the energy level. When Mike plays and he plays well, the energy level is great throughout the team. When he doesn't play well, then the energy level seems to get a little lower. He wants his players to recognize that, see how Mike's playing, and, of course, adjust to it. Jerry does a good job, but, of course, he's not playing tonight. So, of course, if they need to get some energy and Mike's not on the floor, of course, looking for them to go to the low post. Back to you.
All right, George. One of those turnovers that we talked about. This team's second in the league, only to, I believe it's Denver, in terms of turnovers. And that time it was Ricky Davis who leads this team in turnovers, I believe.
And Brian Russell giving up his body to take the charge and the foul. Now they've switched off. Miles, who comes to help on Jordan, guarding Russell, but leaves him wide open, and Brian buries a 3.
Yeah, Brian hit a couple of real critical threes in that game against the Hornets the other night. In fact, all the players really picked up their game offensively. That's why they scored a season-high 63 in that second half.
There's no question, Phil, that Brian Russell is much more comfortable starting than coming off the bench. He gave up his starting spot to Jordan, and that's great. But some guys just play better coming off the bench, and some guys play better starting.
Fans wanted that one to go down, too. That was a very tough shot from Jordan.
Here's Smush Parker.
That's a good steal.
Almost seemed like Russell was hoping Parker would catch up to
he was
him.
right in the position, just waiting for that pass to come, and he stepped in there, picked it off, and as you said, kind of baiting Smush to try and challenge him.
8:15 to go in the quarter. The Wizards have raced off to a 7-point lead. Jordan has 6 in the period.
Presenting the tough Nissan Frontier 4x4 long bed.
Introducing all new America Online 8.0 with hundreds of new features, including AOL Call Alert. Be instantly notified that someone is trying to call you, like caller ID, so you can be online and never miss important phone calls. New AOL email sort gets you to important mail faster. 8.0 even lets you choose a welcome screen tailored to your interests. Connect to the people and things you care about most. New America Online 8.0. Call 1-800-4ONLINE or get a free startup disc at these locations.
Run for your remote control and order Minority Report on pay-per-view. From the writer of Blade Runner and the creator of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks.
Everybody runs.
We are arresting individuals who have broken no law. There's nothing wrong with the system. It is perfect. I agree.
You can't run, John.
Tom Cruise.
You have to chase me.
Minority Report on Blockbuster pay-per-view movies.
Well, the old geezer's come out like a house of fire here tonight. He's missed only one shot, and Michael has this team out to a 7-point lead.
So this is a tough shot over Darius Miles, but you see it fade away, arching that shot a little bit higher. This time, he's going to make his way all the way to the basket, shoot it off the glass over the big man. Then another one, he curls off, pick, gets open. Oh, this is the assist. Oh, yeah, over to Brian Russell. By this time, they had 2 people assigned to him, so that left Brian Russell wide open.
Wizards collectively 5 of 7, shooting 71% for the quarter with 4 assists. The only unassisted Wizards field goal was the steal and the layup by Russell. Steve Buckhant, Phil Chenier, George Johnson, and our Comcast Sportsnet crew with you tonight as the Wizards play their final game before the All-Star break and look to go to 24-25 on the year. Nice pass to Ilgauskas, who slams it in.
Now, by past experience, this is a pretty critical time for this team. We've seen them jump out to good leads against teams before and then just get flat.
Errant pass picked off by Miles. Nice defensive play by the Wizards to stop the transition.
Yeah, good hustle in getting back. You had 3 players, Leitner, Russell, and Tyronn Lue running the floor trying to deny a potential layup.
Side is out. No, the A side out. I'm sorry, A side out.
Miles long jumper got it. Darius Miles, who came to Cleveland along with Harold Jamerson from the Clippers in July for Andre Miller and Bryant Stiff. Remember, he started in L.A. Double team on Jordan. Finds baseline Russell's jumper. Got another one.
Once again, they're assigning, they're throwing 2 people at Jordan. They know he's got the hot hand. That's going to leave somebody else open. And Russell has knocked down 2 open jumpers.
And the steal for the layup. He's 3 for 3 and has 7 points. Smush for 3. William Smush Parker, the rookie from Fordham. Averages a little better than 6 points, a couple of rebounds, 2.5 assists a game. Lue is wide open. He'll take the jumper and hit it. Wizards are really hot. this quarter.
Again, a lot of this is because of the focus on Jordan. People are getting open, and they're getting an awful lot of time to look at the basket.
Washington shooting 78%. Follow slam by Miles. You got to box him out.
Yeah, that time he got a running start at the basket, and there's not much you're going to be able to do to stop him if you give him that.
Seven-point lead is down to 2. Leitner, nice move inside. Baseline jumper. Haywood knocks it down.
They continue to rack up these assists. Good ball movement, getting the open man, and the open man is putting the shot down.
Cleveland has missed 7 shots, but they've gotten 5 offensive rebounds as Boozer is fouled by Leitner.
I still like the aggressiveness defensively by Leitner on that play, even though he picked up the foul, challenging everything. This is going to be that last shot. Ricky Davis' ball rims around. Darius Miles gets a running start and throws it back in.
Carlos Boozer, the rookie from Duke, is 9th in the league in rookies, among rookies, I should say, and scoring average at 8.7 per game. But Duke definitely misses his inside presence this year. He left after his junior year. Leitner will bring it over the timeline and take the jumper. Haywood hit from behind, no call. Underneath and knocked out of bounds, given to Washington.
Tell if he lost it or he tried to shovel a pass to Jordan. Were you able to see?
I thought it was an attempted pass.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
From here, anyway. What about from where you sit?
I couldn't see. Somebody was.
You're only
Phil Robinson
6 inches away from me.
I think your buddy Phil Robinson was running in front of me.
Smush goes all the way. Missed the shot. MJ comes out of there with it and runs the break. Gives it up to Lou for the open jumper. Knocked away right out of Haywood's hands. But look at Lou chase that down.
So quick. Jordan got a piece of it, and then you saw Lou run it down. That saved the possession. Good hustle.
Yeah, these fans love the 2. Great round of applause for the hustle from Lou. Leitner tips it up and gets the offensive rebound. Jordan underneath, fade away. Oh, he tried to go inside. Good hustle again. MJ got it. He's got to get tied. This is a very, very high-paced period.
It really is, and you know at this point they're sending 2 players at him at all times, so that's why you're seeing him getting up in the air, looking for his options, and if he's not got the shot, he's passing it off.
Fans, help your parents grow old gracefully. Did you know that senior citizens in the district can receive free nutritious food? For more information, call the D.C. Department of Health Supplemental Food Program at 1-800-666-2229. You have to think that Jordan has to be in tremendous shape just to be able to withstand and persevere here in this period.
Well, he's always been a guy that has taken the utmost care of his body and conditioned himself and prepared himself for battle. So here you can see him kind of give that ball fake very quickly that freezes Ilgauskas, and he's able to put the jumper down.
Jordan and some select teammates ordinarily work out before every game in the morning. Very early in the morning, they get up, they go, they lift some weights, they do a workout, and then get a rest and come back and play that night, whether it's home or on the road. MJ 4 of 7, has 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists with 4:23 to go in the quarter. And we're getting our first look at Dajuan Wagner. First look, in fact, the entire season against the Wizards. He did not play in the 2 previous games against Washington.
Had a kidney ailment that kept him out early on.
Ilgauskas, and that'll be Leitner's 2nd personal foul.
Well, let's take a second look at this. It looked from my vantage that Ilgauskas, well, this is the, well, it looked like he kind of tried to run right over
His
Leitner.
only mistake, I think, was jumping into the air.
You're allowed to do that if you go straight up. Ilgauskas is a player, though, that frequents the free throw line. He's very good at getting to the free throw line. Shoots about 76%. But
Laettner leads the game with no points, but a couple of rebounds and 3 assists. Still, the Wizards' lead is just 2. So Cleveland is hanging in there. Lost to Portland Sunday, 114-95 in Cleveland. Here's Kwame in the game now. He traveled, no call. Lou lays it off for Haywood inside. Didn't get it up before the shot clock ran out, and the Wizards turned the ball over. Washington now 8th in the NBA, just 14.1 turnovers a game. And we'll get our first look tonight at Sagana Diop. And Jermaine Jones will also check in a moment. Here's DeJuan Wagner.
I don't know about Diop. He was one of the high school guys to come out of high school as well. He hasn't gotten a lot of playing time.
Davis lost it to Jordan. Diop is out of Oak Hill Academy, in fact, and so many of the NBA stars attended. Russell will take the long jumper and had another three-pointer, his second of the game, and Brian Russell has 10 points in the quarter.
Just like that.
He is 4 for 4 from the floor. Kwame tried to get baseline but couldn't, and they call a foul on the second-year star. This is the first on Kwame Brown.
And you want to seal off that baseline. Kwame just not getting there in time, and you can see the contact with Darius Miles.
Fans group tickets are great for family, friends, or company outings. Gather a group of 20 or more for a Wizards game and get $5 off each ticket. For more information, call a Wizards sales rep at 202-661-5050. Both free throws made by Darius Miles, the other guy that came out of high school, East St. Louis High School, and is now in his third year. Seconds to shoot. Jordan will have to pop it. Does from the baseline. Score it. And he's fouled on the play.
And you can see Jordan give a lot of head fakes trying to keep the defense off balance, and that's what he did. Catches Ricky Davis reaching in, catches him across the forearms.
Wizards will be at the free throw line, leading now by 5.
Hey, Joe. Hey. We can't take him to the coast with us. You mind?
The coast, huh?
This is where we're gonna be. There's his acupuncturist.
Hey, I've never taken care of a weasel before.
It's a ferret.
If you guys have to do duties, just let me know. Have a great time. See ya.
Why wait? Fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by February 10th. So get packing.
Hey.
You are now free to move about the country.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm still in the car. 10 minutes, an hour, I've got no idea. This is ridiculous.
Can't wait to get your new Jetta? With offers like this, why would you?
At 5, you can play and win 25-7. That's $25,000 7 days a week. Be a part of DC Lottery's winning lineup and play Hot 5 today. Take a look at our Toyota League leaders, scoring leaders among the rookies, and DeJuan Wagner at 14.5. Deron Butler at 14. Meantime, a couple of veterans, Michael Jordan and Brian Russell, have combined for 20 points here in the quarter on 9 of 12 shooting. The rest of the team has taken just 5 shots, made 2 of them. Has 4 points.
Well, very similar. What we said in that last Hornet game is that, no one player can carry the offense for the whole game. So you've got to get some other people involved, get that adrenaline flowing for them, and get some scoring help.
11 points in the period for Michael Jordan, who had 45 Saturday night against New Orleans. And you talked about the fact that he usually follows up a big game with another big game.
That's the case. Good box out from
Etan.
That was Etan, yeah.
So Etan and Kwame are in with MJ. Russell and Lou, who takes the jumper and misses short. And the rebound to Boozer, who averages 6.2 a game. Wagner passes it off. Baseline jumper, good. Jermaine Jones gets his first basket of the night. Boozer has 6 rebounds in the period already.
Yeah, this team is pretty active on the offensive glass already.
Kwame.
Heads up play. Had Boozer off balance and out of position. Made sure that he got the contact and threw the shot up. So he will be awarded 2 shots from the line. Watch him spin back to the baseline. Boozer's off his feet now. You see the contact.
This nearly went, Phil. That thing almost dropped.
Yeah. He's in a tough position, almost behind the backboard there.
Boozer gets the foul as Kwame misses the free throw. Kwame is at 70% right now. Brian Russell comes out and gets a nice applause as Juan Dixon comes in. And, of course, the fans love that. Russell has made all 4 of his field goals, has 10 points, and gets a well-deserved rest.
And this is a part of that rotation that we talked about earlier before the game, that Juan Dixon coming in. Now you have Larry Hughes, who replaces Tyronn Lue.
Chris Mim in the game. Here's another baseline jumper. This one a little bit short. Mim takes it away from Thomas and scores. Jordan on Jones. Left him in the wake, but can't score. Mim the rebound. And the Cavs can cut it to 1. What a move. Beautiful play by Ricky Davis in his 5th year from Iowa. And it is a 1-point Washington lead.
This guy can put up some big numbers. Ricky Davis, he's had 3 40-point games already this year. And he is their leading scorer, just under 22 a game.
Cross court for Larry Hughes, who's back in. Kwame's jumper, good. Boy, he shoots a high arcing shot, doesn't he?
It really does. He has a very kind of quick release. It almost looks like the ball's not set in his hand before he releases it.
3 points for Kwame. Wagner with a nice move on Dixon. Shoots and scores. Beautiful play.
Wagner's a player that once he came off the injured list, came in on fire, averaged about 20 points his first 8 or 9 games, then started to cool off.
Aaron pass, it's picked off. Dixon tries for the steal. Davis, and they get an easy 2. And the Cavaliers have the lead, 29-28. Their first lead of the night. Seconds to shoot. Dixon will fire. How about that?
All right. Boy, he's got ice water in his veins. It's the second time we've seen that. Just run the clock down and hit the open shot.
Big quarter for Michael Jordan with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. But Cleveland ends the period on a 10-4 run. Washington shoots 62%, and after 1, it's the Wizards 31, Cavaliers 29.
Okay, boys, called in the air.
our lives, being safe often meant being held back. Now being safe also means you're free to go anywhere you want, anytime you want. The electronically controlled all-wheel drive Volvo S60, V70, and XC70. Safety cleverly disguised as freedom.
Hey, Billy, go long.
Not again.
Hey, Larry, wake up. No. Hey, neighbor, quick slant. Oh, all right, Joe.
Oh, it's sad, really.
Now that the Big Screen Store offers the all-new Mitsubishi widescreen HD TV, you pay nothing until January 2004. Maybe Joe Montana can finally retire in style. The Big Screen Store.
The all-new Dodge Ram Heavy Duties with the power of a new 5.7-liter Hemi Magnum V8 or an available high-output Cummins turbo diesel. It's the most powerful line of trucks in the universe. Universe? Make that the most powerful line of trucks on Earth. Now get a $1,000 cash allowance on the truck with enough muscle to grab Motor Trend's 2003 Truck of the Year award. Dodge Ram Heavy Duty.
Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball brought to you tonight by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. Jim Coleman's Montgomery Mall Toyota. Remember, nobody beats a Jim Coleman deal. Geico Direct, a sensible alternative. And Miller Brothers Ford and Chevrolet. Statistics after one period of play in Washington.
Ow, some hot shooting, 62% by Washington. They had the advantage there. 6 for 6 from the free throw line. That helped offset that, and the 12 rebounds helped offset the 6 turnovers that the Cavs committed. But it's a very tight game right now.
Michael Jordan, after playing the entire first period, scoring 11 points, gets a rest. Juan Dixon, see if he picks up where he left off, misses the shot, and Cleveland gets another rebound. Again, tied for 5th overall in the league in rebounding. They give up more points than anybody in basketball, 101 per game. Wagner, short jumper, got fouled, and he'll go to the line. It's on Juan Dixon.
Stop making excuses.
Juan Wagner, the rookie from Memphis, is 20 years old today. So Michael Jordan is nearly twice as old as DeJuan Wagner. MJ will be 40 on February 17th. That's the next time the Wizards return to MCI Center. An afternoon game against Toronto.
When is your birthday?
My birthday's in June.
Okay, I'll be sure and talk to everyone I know about.
Please do.
Turning
40.
No, not quite.
All right, 35.
You don't want me to say the number now.
That's all right. I
have no problem with it. Okay.
Not ashamed.
Be 46, won't you?
It's a different number than your number.
All right, let's get back to the game.
Juan Dixon for 3, rims it. Look at Kwame Brown chase it down. Thomas offensive rebound. Tipped up, no good. Knocked out of bounds to Cleveland.
Well, both players used their left hand to try and get that shot first. Kwame Brown, and then you saw Etan using the left hand. Neither one of them got the shots to stay down. But it was a good effort on the inside.
Once again, the Cavaliers can regain the lead.
Good defense there from Larry Hughes.
Wizards let the ball go out of bounds, and it touched Etan Thomas last. Larry Hughes still bothered by a bruised knee. He did not play against New Orleans. Kwame knocks it away. And Larry not starting tonight, but obviously able to come off the bench. Dixon nearly pulled it away. Wagner, that's knocked away by Dixon, and what a play by Juan because they couldn't get the shot off in time.
It was only 8 seconds when they inbounded the ball. He forced the ball to go into the backcourt and then gets the block. By that time, the time had elapsed. But good play from Juan, and I like the idea as a defensive player to attack the shooter on the shot side.
Nice play by Hughes because he had Davis pestering him the whole way. First basket of the night for Larry Hughes. Sagana chopped the short jumper, misses badly. Larry will try again. This one's short.
Boy, Juan Dixon always looking to steal the ball.
Let's send it over to George Johnson. George?
Well, Buck, we've already seen Juan Dixon play pretty good defense, also come up with a big-time three. You know, talking to Doug Collins yesterday, he said when Larry Hughes and Jerry Stackhouse are both healthy, obviously there's a log jam at the guard spot. But second half of the season, he expects to get Juan a little bit more into the rotation, mainly because of his defensive play. In fact, he said the other night, Juan came over to him and said, Coach, listen, I am going to produce for you tonight. Make no mistake about it. Juan said, I got to play well early because it's important for me to get some time in the fourth quarter. Sending it back to you guys.
Juan has done the job defensively. There's no question about that. But he's
What'd you just say?
But he's an intelligent player in the sense that he looks for offensive players, much like that steal that we saw on Jamal Mashburn the other night, last Saturday in that Hornet game. Once again, Diop went to spin, and
a technical foul has been called on Ricky Davis.
Well, he was upset that he didn't get the last two shots that he's taken. He thought that Larry Hughes fouled him at that one end, and then the last shot, I thought I even saw Juan Dixon kind of hit him on his leg just to distract him, and he was a little upset that he didn't get to the free throw line for that. So he picks up the technical and now has to sit down.
Juan Dixon now 17 of 20 from the line this season for the Wizards. Ricky Davis just 1 of 5, just 2 points. He's got to be frustrated. He's been, as you said, talking to the officials all night. Washington by 4. But you're right, when you look at Dixon, he is so crafty on defense.
You watch him, he's moving his head, always being aware of where his man is and where the ball is.
Milt Palacio in the game for Cleveland. Mim inside. Short jumper. Score it. He'll go to the line. So Mim having some success, as was Ilgauskas. And with 8:56 to go, timeout in Washington.
Hi, I'm Rick Dempsey for King Pontiac Buick GMC in Gaithersburg. Now get 0% APR financing for 5 years on most GM vehicles, or save up to $6,150 in GM rebates. Your best deal is at King, Maryland's #1 Pontiac Buick GMC dealer.
Don't hide behind LAPD blue. It's not your color.
2 cops.
The only reason this city's here is because I built it with bullets.
1 police force.
My badge doesn't glow anymore.
0 tolerance.
Do you know what you're doing?
Declaring war.
I ain't going down. On February 21st, the showdown will begin.
You swoop down on him like the Lord's Fury.
Kurt Russell.
How ugly you think it's gonna get?
And Ving Rhames.
Ugly.
Dark Blue, rated R. Starts February 21st at theaters everywhere.
This is a message from Force 3. We help people manage their networks. We do it in English, not geek speak. Our GSA schedule is big, not robust. Wine is robust. Xena the Warrior Princess is robust. It takes more than buzzwords to solve network problems. Look around. Networks are people. Force 3 is a Sun Microsystems iForce partner.
Fans, check out this stat. BMW of Sterling is the #1 rated BMW retailer in customer satisfaction. A short drive from anywhere just north of Dulles Airport on Route 28. BMW of Sterling, the new BMW standard. Well, our VW flashback tonight takes us back to April 20th, 1997. Look at Bernie B. The Wizards, there's Mike Fratello. Washington needed to win this game against Cleveland to get into the playoffs, and and they did. They beat the Cavaliers 85-81 to make the playoffs. That's the last time the Wizards were in the playoffs, and of course, they lost 3 straight to Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls in the postseason.
Yeah, but it's all about getting to the playoffs and then reestablishing goals at that point, and that's certainly what this team has in mind for this season. We'll see how it plays out.
After 48 games last year, the Wizards had just come off the All-Star break. They were 26-22, losing to the Lakers the first game back. Thomas, short jumper, no good. Kwame can't get the rebound. Well, Dixon sneaking up on Palacio, but he leaves a player open. DeJuan Wagner misses, and another offensive rebound for Cleveland. First quarter, the Cavaliers shot 52% from the field. The Wizards shot 62%. But in the second quarter, both teams have cooled rapidly. Washington 1 of 8, Cleveland 1 of 8 as well. Score it, and Kwame will go to the line.
Well, that's a way to finish off a nice dish. You can see Larry Hughes drawing 2 defenders, dumps it back to the man trailing. That's Kwame Brown, and he stuffs it home with 2 hands. Nice assist from Larry Hughes. Washington really adding up the assists. They have a total of 9. Make that 10 right now.
Beautiful pass. That's a high percentage shot right there, and Kwame will try the free throw now, 1 of 2 tonight. And knocks it down. Brendan Haywood will come back in. Again, Jordan getting a nice lengthy rest. Has sat all 4 minutes of this quarter after scoring 11 points in the first period, playing all 12 minutes. Wagner, short jumper, blocked by Thomas. Chipped up. Knocked out of bounds. Give it to the Wizards.
Nice block from Atan. He gets up there and uses that left hand to swat that shot, so he doesn't allow his momentum to carry him into the shooter. Good job.
Both Kwame Brown and Brendan Haywood are in the top 25 in block shots. Here's Kwame. Fade away, a little short. Ilgauskas from 15, bingo. Zydrunas Ilgauskas in his 5th year from Lithuania. And the Wizards turn it over. Jermaine Jones, follow slam, no good. Fortunate for Washington.
Yeah, Chris Mim was in the rim there. It should have been an offensive goaltender.
Wizards once again without Jerry Stackhouse, who missed the last game and missing this one. They'll let him rehab, and this All-Star week comes at a good time for Stackhouse. Haywood scores again. That's 2 outside shots for the 7-footer.
We've seen a lot more from him along the baseline, but not many shots from the top.
Other thing Haywood has been doing is fronting his defenders a lot.
Yeah, he's been getting around. He does that time, but the pass is able to get in. And Kwame comes over from the weak side a little late, and he gets the foul.
And that's the second on Kwame Brown. Here it is.
There you can see he's fronting right there, but now the lob pass comes in. Kwame has to get there a little quicker. And I tell you something else that can make that even more difficult. If the guy guarding the passer puts a little more pressure on him to make that lob pass even more difficult. You see some of the real good defensive teams will do that, and that makes that entry pass very difficult to execute then.
Kwame gets a nice round of applause, as does Brian Russell. They come out. Christian Laettner and Michael Jordan back in. Ilgauskas named to the East All-Star team for the first time. He'll be Michael Jordan's teammate. One of the best centers in the league when he's healthy. Averages 18 points, 8 rebounds. It's tied for 22nd in the league. And almost 2 blocks. That's 15th in the NBA. seconds. Jordan fade away. How good is he? 13 in the game for MJ. He's 6 of 9 from the field. We understand Smush Parker has a right ankle sprain. They'll reevaluate him at halftime. Ilgauskas shoots and scores again.
He's a big man with a nice touch from the outside.
7 foot 3 inches tall. He's got 9 points. Dixon off a screen. And Juan is struggling from the field. Ball was kicked and a foul called by Tony Brothers on Larry Hughes. Juan Dixon just 1 for 5 and a timeout with 5:31 to go in the half, and the Wizards leading 41-38.
Next time you think about going to Florida, think Southwest Airlines. With our low fares and the most nonstop service from the D.C. area, Southwest brings the Sunshine State closer than ever.
You are now free to move about the country.
Whoa! No score!
We're leaving in 5 minutes, guys.
The C240 sedan, now with 4MATIC all-wheel drive. Disappointing kids everywhere.
The giant truckload sale at SunTrust is back, and you could save hundreds on our home equity line.
Don't you want me, baby?
Hey, if having a bank that listens wasn't enough incentive,
Don't you want me? Oh,
saving hundreds sure should be.
don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me?
Hurry to the giant truckload sale at SunTrust before the music's over.
Well, Washington's going to execute their half court. The ball's going to swing over here. Watch this area here. That's going to be wide open. They're going to move it around. And they're concerned about Kwame Brown. Freeze it right there. And you can see the two players. So now you see Brendan step up there for the open shot. Ilgauskas cannot recover in time. And another jumper from Brendan Haywood. Good assist. 11 assists on 17 field goals.
Wizards lead it by 3, 5.5 to play in the first half. Washington built a 7-point lead in the first quarter. Cleveland came back to actually regain the advantage. Cavaliers have won 9 games overall, just 3 games on the road, 3-23.
And they've not won back-to-back games so far this year.
They dump it inside to Ilgauskas against Haywood. This is a tough shot. Boy, that's as good as it gets.
Well, we showed you that in the first 2 games, only 7 for 30 from the field. But tonight, looks like he's got his stroke going pretty well. He's 4 for 6 from the field. 11
points. Jordan fouled by Jermaine Jones. Ilgauskas has the last 7 Cleveland points tonight, and they've cut it to 1. Seven to shoot. Jordan will take it himself now. Baseline jumper. What a shot.
Well, you can just see him working his man, setting him up.
Loose ball foul on Cleveland. The great players can get separation somehow.
Absolutely.
Of course,
and they can get where they want to on the court. You know that Jordan is looking to get to that corner, and he's looking to get some separation. The timing factor, not so much the elevation anymore. And that's what we talk about, a guy that's learned to play with his head and not just depend on physical tools.
MJ is 7 of 11, has 15 points in 14 minutes. Huge long jumper. Leitner tries to chase it down, but can't. Larry Hughes fell down, but got no call. Again, they go into Gauskas. Hughes got a piece of that. And Haywood called for a foul. Well, the Wizards, no matter what happens at the end of the season, will look back to a few games and say, man, we let those slip away. Remember at Memphis, they
hadn't won a game yet. I think, 13 or 14 straight losses. That was their first win. Golden State was 14-20 at the time, coming out on the East Coast. Toronto had 3 players that they had signed within the last day just to get a complement of 8 players to fill out the roster. And then, add salt to injury, 2 of those 3 players that they signed are no longer in the league. So,
wow. And that, of course, that Memphis game, as you mentioned, the Grizzlies had not won all season. They were 0-13, and the Wizards gave them their first victory. That was at Memphis.
That's right. Then, and you don't want this to be a game that you look back with regret either.
No.
Watch it. Saw it coming.
Sure did. Boy, Lou with some great hustle to break that up.
Let's see if they save the 2. They certainly took away the easy basket.
Never give up. Kick ball to put 14 on the shot clock. Hey fans, Bass Ale and Comcast Sportsnet want to take you to the Comcast Center to see the national champs on February 25th. Just log on to ComcastSportsnet.com and enter to win 8 tickets, food, beverages, and limo transportation. They give the baseline, knocked out of bounds with 8 seconds to shoot.
You realize as soon as Larry Hughes realized that he had Brendan Haywood to cover that baseline, that's when he turned around and forced Palacio to the baseline side.
Wagner, jump step, nice play. How did that get up over those guys?
If you're going to force them baseline, those guys have to step in and seal off. You don't want to give them a whole lane to the basket.
We are tied at 43. Wagner went 2 for 2 in the first quarter, 1 for 6 here in this period. Lou, long jumper, got it. 3-pointer for Tyronn Lue.
Hey, good recognition for Brendan Haywood. They got the ball to the middle. He turned around and viewed what was available. He had Tyronn open on the side.
Another foul on Haywood. This will be his second. And a timeout on the floor with 2:48 to play in the half. And the Wizards lead it by 3.
Presenting the tough Nissan Frontier 4x4 long bed.
I just thought genetically I was always going to be just that big girl with the pretty face. And now it's like the best feeling in the world. I can walk with my shoulders up and I'm confident. I mean, look, you guys, I got muscle. This is the real Aspa. It took me a long time, but I found her. She's back. Here to stay.
Call 1-800-99-GOLDS today to take part in this year's Body Transformation Challenge. Gold's Gym, the authority since 1965.
And obviously it should contain all necessary luxury items.
Very well, sir.
Now, Hamilton, I realize this search will take time, but I insist on only the very best. And this vehicle is not to cost a fortune.
Indeed, sir. I shall begin right away. This is marvelous. I can relax. All I need to do is go to Rosenthal Honda at Tyson's Corner. They'll have the ideal vehicle at a low price and impeccable service after the sale.
Splendid choice, Hamilton. Make arrangements to dispose of that other vehicle.
The Honda Superstore in Tyson's Corner.
I'm
WCI Center now, time for our Department of Health injury report. Jerry Stackhouse, of course, with the sore groin, missed 6 games. Of course, leads the team in minutes, scoring, and assists. Yesterday, he was at practice and said was his first day of getting treatment since re-injuring it in Milwaukee, as he continues to try to come back very slowly. He said it was really tight against Milwaukee, but is feeling better and better, but he is not going to rush it this time. He felt he rushed it the last time when he came back. We kept asking him questions about it, and eventually he looked at us and said, listen, I'm tired of talking about this injury. Can we please talk about something else? Back to you guys.
What else would you talk about? You could talk about his days at Oak Hill Academy in mouth of Wilson, Virginia. But it is a nice long rest for Jerry, and hopefully he'll be able to rehab it, take advantage of the time off, and come back strong when the Wizards pick up on the other side of the All-Star break a week from tonight in Sacramento. And then in Los Angeles against the Clippers, and then Friday night against the Utah Jazz. Lou off balance, what a shot.
Yeah. Nice lead pass from Jordan, too. Just led into the open spot, and that gave Lou plenty of time to catch, gather himself, and release the shot.
7 points for T. Lou. And the Wizards lead by 3. Ilgauskas threw it away. Good defense by Thomas.
Well, also Tyronn Lue, he saw Tyronn Lue sneaking up on him, tried to do a shovel pass with one hand, never really had control of it, and the ball was thrown out of bounds. That's good team defense.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas has 10 points in the last 5 minutes.
Did you have him here?
And they're going to keep Chris Mim out of the game for now. He'll try to check in. Wizards have Lou with Kwame Brown, Tom Thomas, Larry Hughes, and Michael Jordan back in the game. MJ has 15 points in the half. Now he has 17. Makes it look so easy.
He does. And again, at this point, it's almost like the defense is a little bit unsure of how they want to play, and that little bit of insecurity allows Jordan to just overwhelm guys.
MJ 3 for 3 in the quarter. Of course, this team dismissed former Maryland and Bullet star John Lucas, who was in his 2nd season here, and replaced him with 38-year-old Keith Smart with a record of 1-5 now. Smart was a head coach for 3 years in the CBA. Jordan with 7 seconds. Jones puts a hand in his face. Michael missed off the side of the glass, wanted a foul, didn't get it. Washington getting a little stagnant on offense. Davis drives, goes all the way, blocked by Thomas. Hughes pulls it down. Larry Hughes, Thomas is there, and he'll go to the line.
Good job from the time, running the floor, never giving up on that play. That was a nice shot attempt from Larry Hughes. He got by 2 defenders, had to hang in the air. First of all, you're going to see the block once again by a ton. That's the 5th blocked shot this game for Washington. You can see Larry Hughes handling the ball with one hand, and that's a strong offensive rebound from Etan Thomas.
Etan is a 65% free throw shooter currently. Now 53 of 83 on the season. Tied his career high with 14 against Milwaukee this year. Had 12 rebounds against the Bucks recently on January 30th. And misses both free throws. Davis extremely quick.
Once again, good help from Tyronn Lue to get back.
Well, he fouled Lue.
Got fouled.
And Lue calls time. And is it a 20 or a full?
That almost looked like a fumble there. The player's still fighting for the loose ball, but Washington had possession. Lue, quick cut timeout.
You'll see the foul here right there.
Once again, that's team defense. He's getting back, trying to be in a position to help his man, and that in itself forces the ball mishandling there by Ricky Davis. Once again, Lue in perfect team defense positions. kind of scoot along the floor there to try and get possession of that ball.
Well, taking a look at what's going on right now in the East, and if the season were to end tonight, the Wizards would not be in the playoffs. So they are battling with the Knicks on one side, but now Orlando and New Orleans, who won last night. Big win for them. And
all those teams, Philadelphia, Milwaukee. I mean, you're talking about only 3 games in the loss column. A lot can happen. Boston's been struggling lately.
And a lot probably will happen. Wizards by 5. They've led by as many as 7. Jordan bounce pass. Thomas. Great assist from MJ.
I don't know he saw Thomas. He knew he should have been moving to that position. And once again, leading the guy to the open spot is so critical. Made it very easy for Tom.
5 assists in the game for Michael Jordan. Wizards tie their largest lead. This is 7. DeJuan Wagner. Kwame the rebound.
But once again, Tyronn Lue is really having an impact defensively. Just being in helping position, shutting down some of the lanes, making it difficult for players that think they have a driving lane to the basket.
5 seconds in the half. Jordan pulls up on Wagner. Tip up, no, and that is the end of the first half. So the Wizards with a bit of a spurt there towards the end. 14 points for Ilgauskas, but Washington ends the quarter on a 6-0 run. Michael Jordan, another terrific half of basketball. 8 for 14, 17 points in the half. And the Wizards lead it by 7, 52-45. And let's send you over to George Johnson.
All right, thanks, Buck. Joined by Brian Russell. Seems as if you're kind of letting this team hang around a little bit. Do you feel as if maybe you're looking forward to the break?
I hope not. I hope we come out with the sense that we need to put this team away the second half so we can get away with our business.
When you talk about Cleveland, what kind of mismatches or problems do they pose for you guys out there on the floor?
A lot of one-on-one. Their whole team is based on one-on-one. They got a great big man inside. So we just got to play scrappy like them and take care of the ball.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Let's send it back over to Bucks.
So the Wizards match their largest lead of the half at halftime, and we will take a break. Washington up 52-45. We send you back to our Comcast Sportsnet studios in Bethesda and join our colleague Carol Maloney.
All right, Buck, thanks so much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Comcast Sportsnet studios. I am Carol Maloney, and this is your DC Lottery Hot 5 halftime report. We're going to begin with highlights from the team that the Wizards are trailing by a half game for the 8th and final playoff spot in the East, the Orlando Magic. Now, the Magic tonight playing Portland. Rasheed Wallace and the Blazers. They're trying to beat the Magic for the 8th straight time. First quarter, NBA's leading scorer Tracy McGrady, he almost loses it, regains control, and then finishes. Magic up early by 7. Second quarter, Blazers on the break. And Jeff McGinnis feeds Wallace, who gets bumped. You know, you can bump him, but you just can't stop him. This one will give Portland the lead. And right now, they still have it. It's 44-39 Blazers in the second quarter. Scottie Pippen, 16 points, 8 boards already. To Indianapolis, Pacers hosting the Lakers. Zen master Phil Jackson looking to get his club back to 500 on the season. Well, first quarter, Al Harrington, Shaq outlets Rick Fox to Kobe Bryant, who will throw down, and it's tied at 6 apiece. Still in the first, watch the world champs work the ball off the inbounds. Kobe to Fox to Shaq, who will throw down the Monster Jam. It's LA by 2, then Reggie Miller with the 3 ball. Meal miss, but Al Harrington works the window for the tip-in. Tight game, and right now, 43-42. It is the Lakers on top. Now, only 2 visiting NBA teams have won at Conseco Fieldhouse this season. Also tonight, Madison Square Garden, 2 struggling teams. It's the Knicks, 25-13 over the Clippers in the first quarter. We're only midway through this halftime report, but still to come. A 4-point game for the Washington Capitals. Highlights the Caps and Tampa Bay Lightning. That's straight ahead. Stay with us.
Let's start with you, Jennifer.
There is no communication. None. He just sits there like a lump watching the satellite TV.
How many channels?
Do it a lot. I mean, there's like 2 just for volleyball.
Surround?
Oh, yeah.
Flat screen?
Plasma. 43-inch high def.
Extended viewing angle?
Oh, yeah. You can see it from the bathroom if you leave the door open.
Sweet.
You know what you need to do?
What?
You need. Well, how big is your woofer?
Like 18 inches.
God, that's a big woofer.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. Oh, 'cause I only have eyes for you. Stars out tonight.
What is love? What is love? Love is playing every game as if it's your last.
When you've been a quarterback as long as I have, you can be a little controlling. Used to taking charge, barking orders. I guess that's why I like my new Mitsubishi widescreen HD TV so much.
Come to the Big Screen Store and experience Mitsubishi high-definition television with Net Command.
You just point and hit play.
Now for a limited time, pay nothing until January 2004.
Heck, I bet I can control just about everything from right here. Pretty cool.
At the Big Screen Store.
This is a message from Force 3. We help people manage their networks. We do it in English, not geek speak. We don't say things like mission critical. Saving a life is mission critical. Finding a bathroom after a few beers is mission critical. It takes more than buzzwords to solve network problems. Look around. Networks are people. Force 3 is a Sun Microsystems iForce partner.
Hey, Wizards fans, check this out. Bring your group to see the Wizards. What better way to see Michael Jordan, Jerry Stackhouse, and Kwame Brown than with a group of your friends or colleagues? Get your seats now. Gather a group of 20 people for a Wizards game and get $5 off each ticket. Group tickets are great for family, friends, and company outings. That's what I'm talking about. For more information on purchasing group tickets, call 202-661-5050.
All right, we're back. The Washington Capitals opening up the second half of the season with one of their most critical games of the year. The Caps facing the team that right now is on their heels in the Southeast Division, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Coming into tonight, only 3 measly points separate the two teams. To St. Pete's Times Forums, and there's a look at Jaromir Jagr. Fresh off an All-Star appearance where he had 3 assists, well, tonight he's all about scoring. Jagr working it early. Sergei Gonchar drop pass to Michael Nylander, back to Jagr, who shoots through a maze of players and somehow beats John Graham. Caps up 1-0 after the first period. Second period, still 1-0. Jagr again, Lightning can't clear, and Jagr scores his 29th goal of the season. Now, he wasn't done. He had a hat trick, his second of the season, and Peter Bondar would tack on one, so it's 4-0 in the second period. And that will do it for this DC Lottery Hot 5 halftime report. Quick break, and it's back to Buck and Phil at MCI for the second half. Enjoy the rest of the game.
As an Alexandria resident, I only trust one dealership with service and parts for my Infiniti, and that's Rosenthal Infiniti.
You get years of pleasure when you buy at Rosenthal Infiniti, so the experience is definitely worth the 2 extra minutes it takes to get there.
Superior selection, the area's largest service and parts, complete customer satisfaction. Discover for yourself why so many are as passionate about this dealership as the car they drive. Visit Rosenthal Infiniti on Route 7 in Tysons Corner, Virginia.
How you doing? On February 14th, give me bullseye. The devil is mine. Fear nothing.
Time to give the devil his due.
Risk everything. Let's play. Take the dare. Daredevil.
Was that really necessary?
No, it was fun. Rated PG-13. February 14th, only in theaters.
Did you, madam, proceed to wear this shirt, knowing full well that your neighbor had already received this title?
Well,
indeed. Your witness.
Your Honor, I have only one thing to present in defense of my client. The Dodge Caravan.
Proving once again, Dodge Caravan is the choice of great moms everywhere.
Told you we should have settled.
Get 0% financing for 60 months or $3,500 cash allowance plus Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty.
Introducing all new America Online 8.0 with hundreds of new features, including AOL Call Alert. Be instantly notified that someone is trying to call you, like caller ID, so you can be online and never miss important phone calls. New AOL email sort gets you to important mail faster.
Welcome.
8.0 even lets you choose a welcome screen tailored to your interests. Connect to the people and things you care about most. New America Online 8.0. Call 1-800-4ONLINE or get a free startup disc at these locations.
How do I look?
Very handsome.
Maybe we shouldn't go in today.
Their first encounter was unintentional.
You can't come up and clean it up, no?
Their affair became unstoppable.
You're the only thing in my mind when I wake up. How's your day? It's good, you know, the usual stuff.
Until tragedy became unavoidable.
What'd you do?
Richard Gere and Diane Lane. Unfaithful. On Blockbuster pay-per-view movies. Order now with your remote.
Fans, check out tomorrow's Sports Stars today on the Washington Post High School Sports Show. Join host Chick Hernandez. He highlights the best of our region's young athletes every Sunday at noon and again at 10:30 p.m. Get in the spirit of high school sports right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Halftime in Washington, and the Wizards have built their second 7-point lead, 52-45 in the final game before the All-Star break. Steve Buckhantz and Phil Chenier, we're glad you're with us tonight. Michael Jordan was tremendous as usual, as he's been the last couple of games. Second quarter was big for the Wizards. Cleveland makes only 16 points and shoots 25%.
Yeah, they did a good job defensively, forcing some turnovers. The Cavs had 10 turnovers in that first half, but I think Washington's not getting to the free throw line, and they're giving up a lot of offensive rebounds. Those are two areas you want to see improved in the second half. But Jordan, as you said, got off to a great start. There you see the finger roll layup with one hand, recovers the loose ball, freezes Zydrunas Ilgauskas in the middle, and then gets some spacing from Jermaine Jones. Didn't matter who they had on him. Sometimes they had two players on him, and quite often that would lead to an open shot. Brian Russell had 2 3-pointers. Kwame Brown had a nice dunk off the assist from Larry Hughes. They had 14 assists in the first half, but this is the problem here. Offensive rebounding. They gave up 12 offensive rebounds in the first half, and they've got to cut down on that number. Zydrunas Ilgauskas led his team in scoring 14 points. He had been struggling in 2 games prior to this against the Wizards, but tonight he's shooting the ball well, 4 for 6, and as I said, 14 points. You look at the shooting percentage, 39%. Remember, they shot 52% in the first quarter, so that meant they shot 25%. They were only 5 for 20 in the second.
Out-rebounded, as you said, by 10, 27-17, although the Wizards' bench players came through with 10 rebounds in the game. Kwame Brown had 4, Todd Thomas and Larry Hughes had 3 apiece. Getting set to start third quarter action from the nation's capital, with the Wizards leading the Cavs by 7.
Can I ask you one more question? Shoot. I've been following you guys for a while, and I know the business is really cutthroat. So what is it that separates you guys from all the other bands?
I'd say our lyrics. Yeah, it's the lyrics. Yeah, we're all about the words.
Oh, that's good.
Today, all of your credit cards can be paid off. It's Honda of Bowie's first ever credit card payoff sale. Buy or lease any vehicle in stock and we'll pay off your credit cards up to $4,000. $4,000. You get the car you want at the payments you want and owe absolutely nothing on your credit cards. So don't wait. It ends Saturday. Only at Honda of Bowie, just south of Route 50 on 301 in Bowie.
This is a message from Force 3. We help people manage their networks. We do it in English, not geek speak. We won't call your current network a legacy system. It's not your legacy. It's not how you'll be remembered. It's just freaking old. It takes more than buzzwords to solve network problems. Look around. Networks are people. Force 3 is a Sun Microsystems iForce partner.
As an Alexandria resident, I only trust one dealership with service and parts for my Infiniti, and that's Rosenthal Infiniti.
You get years of pleasure when you buy at Rosenthal Infiniti, so the experience is definitely worth the 2 extra minutes it takes to get there.
Superior selection. The area's largest service and parts. Complete customer satisfaction. Discover for yourself why so many are as passionate about this dealership as the car they drive. Visit Rosenthal Infiniti on Route 7 in Tysons Corner, Virginia.
Individual tickets for all Washington Wizards games through the month of March are on sale now.
It's game time.
You'll see the man, the legend, Michael Jordan, Jerry Stackhouse, and all your favorite Wizards take on the stars of the NBA. But hurry, this may be your last chance to see Michael Jordan in his final NBA season. To get your tickets, just call 202-432-SEAT, visit any Ticketmaster outlet, or order online at WashingtonWizards.com.
Halftime in Washington as we get set to start third quarter action with the Wizards leading by 7. And it was G-Man who got things started tonight, and then it was slam, jam, catch me if you can. Russell, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Miles, Kwame Brown got into the fray. So did Etan Thomas. High percentage shots. And everybody having fun here tonight at the MCI Center as the Wizards lead by 7. Ilgauskas leads Cleveland in scoring with 14. Miles has 8. Wagner 7. Mim and Parker have 5. Smush Parker hurt an ankle, did not play much in the first half. And Washington led by Michael Jordan, who leads all scorers with 17. B. Russell had 10. Lou 7. Kwame 6. And Juan Dixon played an inspired defensive game off the bench.
On that first half, you can really see where you're talking about missing the Jerry Stackhouse. Washington went to the line only 7 times, converted 4 of them. And keep in mind, the first 2 meetings, Stackhouse went to the line 23 times. So somebody's going to have to be a little more aggressive in the second half and look to get to the free throw line, keep this team on their heels and in trouble.
Well, Lou was trying to be aggressive but lost the ball, turned it over. And let's see if Cleveland makes them pay. They do in the form of a Michael Jordan foul. And that's the first on MJ tonight. Alley-oop, and they score. So they do make them pay on the turnover.
Only the second field goal from Ricky Davis, who's their leading scorer, averaging 22 a game, and he was 1 for 7 in the first half.
Jordan throws it cross court for Brian Russell. Long jumper, missed it. And here comes Miles. Milt Palacio from 18. But great play by Jordan just to keep it alive.
Hit it away from Miles, yep.
Leitner baseline jumper, that's too strong. Ilgauskas, beautiful move, and he gets the bounce. 7-point lead, down to 3 for Doug Collins. Wizards 23 and 25, 5th in the Atlantic, 16 and 10 here at home. Jordan fadeaway, and another rebound for Cleveland. Davis for 3, and we have a tie game. Cleveland has reeled off 7 straight points to start the third quarter, and it's a new ball game tied at 52. Laettner will take the jumper and hit it. Shot clock was winding down. That's the first 2 points of the night for Christian Laettner.
Good job of setting him up by Tyronn Lue, though.
Laettner will be charged with his 3rd personal foul. Look at our Geico League standings. Wizards have the best record in the NBA when scoring 100 or more points. They are undefeated at 15-0. Boozer misses it, and Haywood gets the rebound.
Looked like they were trying to get that 4th foul real quick on Laettner.
Last time the Wizards scored 100 was this past Saturday when they got 109. When they hit the century mark, they do not lose. 7 to shoot. Into the hands of Jordan around a Laettner screen for Lue's long jumper. 3-pointer good.
That's a big shot, but once again, you can see everything coming from the perimeter so far. And hopefully we can find that they can find a way to mix it up and get do some damage on the inside as well. I don't know how long you continue shooting 52%.
Russell knocks it away, gets the steal. Lue going in the paint and comes out of there. Now baseline for Bryant. And the kick ball, they'll put 14 on the shot clock and give it back to the Wizards. And let's send you over to George Johnson. George?
All right, thank you very much, Buck. Well, Larry Drew coming out during halftime, the assistant coach of the Washington Wizards told me, he says, yeah, you're right, George. We're sort of sleepwalking through this ball game so far. The one thing that seems to concern Doug Collins more than anything is the fact that the club went to the free throw line just 7 times in the first half. And you were right, Phil. They cannot rely on that outside shot. They want to get it inside to get to the free throw line a little bit more. Back to you.
Although when you're that wide open, you got to take it. And Brian Russell missed it wide open. Tipped away, taken by Cleveland on the offensive rebound. Russell nearly had another steal. Palacio lost it. Russell, and he's fouled by Palacio.
Is that a breakaway, which would give them the shot and possession?
Well, Brian James up off the Wizards bench yelling to Mark Wunderlich, breakaway, and Mark looked at him and said, I got it.
Actually, I think the term is clear pass, so we better be politically correct. But Palacio not able to come up with the handles.
You're afraid you might get some cards and letters if you call it.
Never know.
People have a lot of time on their hands, don't they, Phil?
Some people have way too much time.
Brian Russell will take the free throws.
It's just the one shot.
Just the one of the Wizards.
We were asking about that
the other night
earlier, yeah.
And the Wizards get it back. Washington by 6. Their largest lead has been 7. Lue, tough jumper. Well, they do a nice job of boxing out.
Good steal. George just slipped in there and picked that pass off.
Looking to go inside to Laettner. Whips it to Lue. 10 to shoot.
Ooh, Jordan curl around was open.
Now he's open. Jumper, missed it short.
Good job of getting back.
Boozer baseline, good. Carlos Boozer averages almost 9 points a game. He's got 4 points and 3 rebounds tonight. Make it 9 rebounds for Boozer. Laettner gets fouled. Can you believe there's no call there? That guy just gets no respect from anybody, except his teammates and these fans on occasion, and he plays his heart out.
Yeah, and we've talked about that quite a bit, particularly over the last month or so.
That's what Doug Collins is saying to Mark Wunderlich at the top of your screen. Call 3 fouls on the guy, and then he goes inside. There's no call made. Boozer lost it out of bounds. Wizards ball.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Anybody else gets that kind of contact on a shot attempt, they're going to the free throw line. If it just happened once, then, you know, you'd say, well, they just missed the one. But we've seen this time and time again with Laettner.
Here he is. Going to try it again. Now gives it out to Haywood. Another outside jumper. He's hit 3 in a row.
And that was with some pressure from the side.
3 outside jumpers for Brendan Haywood. And the Wizards have their largest lead. Washington on a 10-2 run after the Cavaliers opened up on a 7-0 run.
Free to move about the country.
Presenting the tough Nissan Frontier 4x4 long bed.
Not again.
Ow. Hey, Larry! Wake up!
No!
Hey, neighbor! Quick slant! Oh, all right, Joe.
Oh, it's sad, really.
Now that the Big Screen Store offers the all-new Mitsubishi widescreen HD TV, you pay nothing until January 2004. Maybe Joe Montana can finally retire in style. The Big Screen Store.
Welcome back to the MCI Center. The Washington Wizards lead 62-54. Joined now by a very special guest, the wife of Mr. Abe Pollin, Mrs. Irene Pollin, who is also the president of an organization called Sister to Sister. Made an announcement today that you're going to have an event on February 21st called Women's Heart Day. What's that all about?
Very good. It's very exciting. This is our 3rd year that we've done this. And we've had we've now expanded not only to Washington, but we're going to be on the very same day, February 21st, in New York at Madison Square Garden, in Philadelphia at the Convention Center, and in Chicago at Union Station. So all on the same day because we were so successful the first day. And the idea really is to have as many people, as many women learn that heart disease is the #1 killer of women, and to come down and get screened and have a good time.
Yes. How's the message getting out? Are you reaching enough young women today?
Yeah. Well, we're really doing is one of the exciting things. It's not just the screening, but as we're promoting, millions of people are learning about it because we do flyers, we do human resource departments in in large companies and large organizations. We do PSAs. We are really out there all over blanketing the cities with all this information because we want women to know that, and we want you all to come down and get screened.
Very important. Again, good luck to you on your endeavors. Thanks for sitting with us and talking to us.
Great to be with you.
All right, Mrs. Irene Pollin, let's send it back over to Steve Buckhands.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Mrs. Pollin. 62-56 Wizards. Their 8-point lead has been the largest of the game. Here's Haywood again, another outside jumper, and this one he misses. And Miles tips it to himself. Miles going all the way and nearly threw it out of bounds. Davis, nowhere to go. Finds Palacio, who buries a jumper. Bill Palacio in his 4th year from Colorado. The Cavs got him in September from the Suns for a future 2nd-round pick. And the lead down to 4 very quickly. Jordan inside Haywood. Brendan short, follows his own shot with a miss, but is blocked, and he'll go to the line. And we'll take another look at it.
No, they curl off there. Both players go towards Jordan. That leaves Haywood open underneath. I thought he got fouled right there. No whistle. Second time he recovers his missed shot and does get fouled and has 2 at the line.
Fans BEA Government Systems is the supplier of enterprise architecture platforms to nearly every civilian, intelligence, and military agency in the federal government. Let BEA improve your efficiency and responsiveness. Call BEA Government Systems at 571-382-2400. Haywood makes 1 of 2 free throws. And the Wizards lead by 5. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, George Johnson, our entire Comcast Sportsnet crew. Statistician Paul Evans, stage manager Kerry McKinney, all on hand here tonight as the Wizards look for another victory just prior to the All-Star break. And Miles is called for traveling. He slid that pivot foot.
He wasn't able to pick up where the defense was and how he was going to deliver the pass. The defense was in the process of rotating, and he just couldn't pick it out where he wanted to make the pass. And he gets caught traveling, and there you see him dragging that pivot foot. Another turnover. That's the 14th for them.
Brendan Haywood has the last 5 Washington points, and Phil Robinson spots a foul, as does Tony Brothers. It's charged to Carlos Boozer, and Doug Collins will get Etan Thomas into the game for Brendan Haywood. Nine points, 4 rebounds for Brendan Haywood on 4 of 6 shooting. Jordan pulls up, that's off the mark, and Boozer pulls it down. Near steal by Jordan, and a foul on Michael. Second personal on MJ.
Looking to pick off the pass there, actually right after Miles received it.
Miles jumper, and Russell is there. Michael is 0 for 3 in the quarter. Again, the Wizards trying to get it inside, but just not having any luck. Now, a bad pass by Russell, a steal by Jop. And they're on the line, out of bounds. Wow. Wizards trying to force feed the post.
Well, you know, you've got to swing the ball around. I don't think that Russell really saw his intended pass. This is where he's trying to get the ball to. But see, he's being a lot of pressure put on by his defensive player. And that's what I'm talking about. Remember when we said in the first half trying to get the ball into a post-up player? It's difficult when you're being pressured.
Timeout. We'll be back right after these words.
There are 39 reasons to buy a Toyota truck. Reason 16, Tundra has more standard V8 torque than any other full-size pickup. Reason 26, large 4-piston caliper front disc brakes for greater stopping power. Reason 12, Tundra, the best full-size pickup in initial quality 3 years in a row. Reason 1, for utility, comfort, and value, you can't beat Toyota's legendary quality and toughness. There are lots of reasons to buy a Tundra right now. This has only been a few of them. See your Toyota dealer and find the one that's best for you.
I really did lose 245 pounds eating Subway sandwiches, and that's like a whole person and a half. I feel like I could do anything. Jogging, playing basketball, even mountain biking. I mean, I love the new me. And now Subway has all these delicious new sauces. It's great, like honey mustard on turkey or red wine vinaigrette on a club. So I don't have to give up taste to eat healthy. I could play golf. I'm even thinking about taking up mountain climbing. Well, maybe next year.
Subway, eat fresh!
Proud sponsor of the American Heart Association's Heart Walk.
Toyota of Bowie is your exclusive Toyota-thon dealer. You'll find the all-new 2003 Corolla for only $159 a month. All-new 2003 Camrys for only $199 a month. Even new Highlanders are now Toyota-thon priced at only $283 a month.
Plus, when you buy any new or certified used Toyota this week, we'll send you and a friend to the sunny Bahamas. No games, no gimmicks.
We may be miles away, but we're only minutes from you. Toyota of Bowie, your exclusive Toyota-thon dealer.
Fans, Netstar One provides consulting, design, and implementation services. They help you to take advantage of existing IT investments and enables your organization to meet new levels of reliability, performance, and security. Call Netstar One at 800-685-8050 for more information. Doug Collins' team maintains the lead, 5 points at this venture, with 3:06 to play here in the third quarter.
Steve, in this third quarter, Washington only 4 for 15, 26%, and that has their shooting percentage as a whole right down to 45%, and that's why they want to try and get that ball inside, see if they can get these guys in foul trouble and get some easier baskets.
Kwame moves inside. It's blocked away. And here comes Cleveland. Miles lost it, and they throw it away. Another turnover for the Cavaliers, who average 18 per game. Only Denver throws the ball away more than Cleveland in the league, and they've got 16 on the night.
Yeah, 6 in this quarter.
Larry Hughes set to check back in. Haven't seen Juan Dixon lately. Juan played 8 minutes, has 4 points, 1 of 5 shooting, and Jordan knocks down another one. 19 points in the game for Michael Jordan at 17 at half.
Boozer got away with a hook. Saw that left arm wrap around Etan Thomas, and that gives you a tremendous advantage. You may not think that, but it really does.
6 points and 10 rebounds for Carlos Boozer. Here's Jordan again. Baseline. Michael inside. Bad pass stolen. DeJuan Wagner scores easily. And the lead down to 3. Wizards led by 8 moments ago, their largest of the game. Thomas inside, has to get out of the lane. Instead, the ball is taken away from him.
You've got to be aware when you're in the middle, you know that there are defenders all around you. You've got to keep moving your head, picking them up, and not allowing yourself to get stripped of the ball.
Russell with a timely jumper. 13 points for Brian Russell, whose season high is 16 against his old teammates, the Utah Jazz. Juan Dixon off the bench. He'll check back in. And a 3-second violation is charged to Cleveland. That's their 17th turnover of the game. Russell and Lou come out. Hughes and Dixon come in. Juan playing in his 16th game. He's getting a little better than 13 minutes per game on average. Career high 19 against the 76ers. Off the screen, beautiful pass to Kwame. Score the field goal. He'll go to the line.
Quick hands. Well, they run a simple pick and roll. Kwame, watch the two players. Right here, okay. Now the two players go out after Juan. That leaves Kwame Brown open, and you see him move the ball around away from the defense. Nice, good play from Kwame.
Kwame makes the free throw, so it's a 3-point play for him. He's got 9 points, and Carlos Boozer has 4 personal fouls now. Davis. Jordan missed it. Michael trying for the steal. Not sure what that was.
I think it was supposed to be a lob pass to Boozer, but you know, this team really looking a little confused out there, and they're still hanging around. That's the scary thought.
Yes, it is. 6-point Wizards lead, and there you go. That will drive Doug Collins into a frenzy.
Once again, we talked about the swings in a game. Now you have possession, and you're in a position where you can run the clock down and not give the ball over to your opponent. Larry tries the crossover. Jermaine Jones right there to strip him, takes it down, gets the layup, and Larry commits the foul. So a 3-point play. You're talking about a 5-point swing now.
Wizards with 4 turnovers in the last 3 minutes. And he misses on the attempt. Mim gets it back and misses at the buzzer. So Washington had a 6-point lead and a chance to build, but instead turned the ball over And the lead is 4. Kwame Brown has 9 points, 5 rebounds. And we've got another quarter of basketball to go here at the MCI Center. Wizards hanging on to a 4-point advantage.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Are you ready? Hit! Balls! Hit! Balls! Break down!
Excuse me, ladies.
The ML350, with optional seating for 7, has arrived.
Well, late is really... What's a relative term, late?
What about all the times that I sent it in early?
We pay. You know where I come from, late is a good thing. Because, you know, out here, if you're early, that's rude.
How do they spell the name?
I went from the licky stamps to the self-adhesive stamps. And
Paying bills late can have a negative effect on your credit and could keep you from owning a home. But it's never too late to get it right.
You can't be talking about our credit report.
Call the Fannie Mae Foundation for a free guide to understanding your credit and a list of lenders and credit counselors.
Tyson's Corner Honda's new showroom is underway, but construction's taking up too much space. So all week we're offering prices so low we can't advertise them. New Civics, Accords, hard-to-find Odyssey minivans, CRVs, and the all-new Pilot and Hybrid are all construction price to go. Plus low-rate financing, top dollar for your trade, and 2 years of free oil and lube maintenance. You won't believe how low we're willing to go as we build you a better showroom. Rosenthal Honda on Route 7 in Tyson's Corner.
Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball brought to you tonight by Toyota. Get the feeling. By Sun Microsystems. And by your Washington area Volkswagen dealers. Proud sponsors of the Washington Wizards. Underway in the third quarter action. Kwame steals the ball. Great play defensively. As you see the field goal percentage for both teams now through 3 quarters. Wizards at 46%. But they've been out-rebounded 40-26.
Yeah, a lot of them on the offensive glass. 14 offensive rebounds given up to the Cavaliers.
Cleveland gets another one. Wagner, nice play with the follow from Jermaine Jones.
Well, that was Jordan that came over and blocked the shot, but Jermaine, who also running the floor, is able to recover and stuff it through.
Cavaliers are 3rd in the league in offensive rebounds. Hughes, top of the key, long jumper, short on the 3. And another rebound for Cleveland. They can tie or take the lead. Wagner, and we've got a new ball game tied at 70. So the Wizards, just prior to the end of the third quarter, were in position to go up by perhaps 8. Instead, they turned it over and led by just 4 on the made basket. Dixon, left-handed shot. Thomas is there, puts it up, scored a field goal. He'll go to the line.
You know, Etan Thomas has actually turned into this team's best offensive rebounder. Watch Juan Dixon go to the basket. Nim turns his head, and you can see Etan just gorilla the ball away from him. Actually came over the back. Could have gotten called for a foul, but didn't.
Etan looking for his first made free throw tonight and gets it. He's now 1 for 3. Has 5 points and 5 rebounds. Washington by 3. Wizards 23 and 25. 2 games below 500. Shot clock at 6. Wagner around Dixon. Tough shot, and he got fouled. So on Michael Jordan, That's MJ's third personal. Fans, individual tickets for Wizards home games through the month of March are available now. Come see the man, the legend, Michael Jordan, in his final NBA season with Jerry Stackhouse, Larry Hughes, and all your favorite Wizards as they take on the stars of the NBA. To get your tickets, call 202-432-SEAT. Visit any Ticketmaster outlet or order online at WashingtonWizards.com. 1 of 2 for DeJuan Wagner. And it's a 2-point advantage for Washington. Dixon's jumper, no good. Three-pointer is bricked. And Juan is there. 9:42 to go in regulation. And a foul on Jermaine Jones. Or correct, yeah, it is Jermaine Jones. And Tyronn Lue will come in the Washington lineup. Here's another look at this foul.
Well, Jermaine Jones just missed the shot, probably a little frustrated with himself. You can see the reach around. That's going to pick up a foul just about every time.
So Lue into the game, and Juan Dixon comes out. Dixon hit his first short shot of the night, but he's missed all 6 since then.
Boy, dangerous dump off from Kwame.
Yeah. Hughes dumps it inside for Haywood, and he lost the ball. The Wizards turn it over. Ilgauskas against Haywood. Short jumper. Blocked.
I couldn't tell if it was Haywood or Larry Hughes who came over to help out.
Jordan off the screen. The open jumper, good.
Boy, he's just uncanny when he's able to pop open like that and just stop, zero in on the basket. Everything seems motionless for that split second.
21 points for Jordan. And a steal by MJ. Going to the rack. Reverse layup. I'll tell you what, that's M-life there, baby.
Had to go to the other side of the basket, use the left hand, made it look easy.
Wagner for 3. Basket will not count. Before the shot, a foul on Brendan Haywood. Even 8 minutes to go in regulation. Wizards by 6.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Let's play The Stranger.
Okay.
When someone gets home tonight, someone should be wearing a naughty French maid's outfit, a blonde wig, and holding a 6-pack of Bud Light.
Me like you, the stranger. Oh, you...
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Wow, whoa, stranger.
Make it a Bud Light.
It's Kevin Cummins from Jim Coleman Toyota. Our new state-of-the-art facility is underway, but these new and used Toyotas are in the way. Jim Coleman states they gotta go now. You make us an offer, we make you a deal. At, near, or below invoice, we guarantee not to be undersold. It's the gotta go sale going on right now. We guarantee not to be undersold. Nobody beats a Jim Coleman deal. Gotta get back to work. Woo-hoo!
Fans with 4MATIC all-wheel drive, anytime's a good time to take a ride through the neighborhood. 4MATIC now available in the C Sedan, C Wagon, and S-Class models. It's the difference between taking a drive and going for a spin. 4MATIC all-wheel drive, control unlike any other. Stop by one of your Washington area Mercedes-Benz dealers to test drive a 4MATIC today. Michael Jordan has points to match his jersey number tonight, as the Wizards have a 6-point advantage. The last foul was on Brendan Haywood, his third personal. And it was fortuitous because, unfortunate because Ilgauskas made the shot. They wiped that out. Davis inside, finds Wagner for 3. DeJuan Wagner has 15 points in the game. This is a kid who once scored 100 points in a game as a senior in Camden, New Jersey a couple of years ago. Lou trying to answer that short. Haywood and Ilgauskas with another rebound. 8 rebounds for the big man, going to his first All-Star game in Atlanta Sunday. Ricky Davis stripped away by Russell, knocked out of bounds. It's Wizards ball. Davis lands in the seats of the high-priced area.
He hit that chair pretty hard, I think. He's having a tough night. Ryan Russell's been all over him. Only 7 points. And you can see Brian stripping that ball as he's trying to go up for the shot.
Davis slowly up and back into the game, but stays in. Jordan from a long jumper, a little short.
Wizards not able to get many offensive rebounds. Rebounds period, actually.
Wagner throws one up and hits. What a shot from DeJuan Wagner. And the Wizards lead is just 1 with 6:40 to play in regulation. Wagner has the last 8 Cavalier points. Lou will pull up. Rimmett, another rebound, this time Chris Mims.
Well, I thought Brendan would have an excellent opportunity for an offensive rebound. Both players went out after him. He had a clear path to the ball.
Traveling is called, and the Wizards will get another shot at it. That's the 20th turnover of the game for Cleveland. But the Wizards are being creamed on the boards, 48-29. I know Doug Collins had inserted a Todd Thomas to try to get some energy and passion rebounding. He did a nice job. They need that also from Kwame Brown and Haywood now. Jordan, Michael lays it off for Lou. His long jumper for 3. Good play.
Really got his feet set that time because he had all day, actually. The defense had collapsed totally underneath the basket.
Nice unselfish play by Michael Jordan. And Lou's third 3-pointer of the night. Davis for 2. Washington by 4. Davis just 3 of 13 in the game.
Boy, Jermaine Jones is all over Jordan. They're going to call it finally.
They did. And a timeout. 5:27 to go in regulation. Wizards ball, and they've got a 4-point lead.
And obviously it should contain all necessary luxury items.
Very well, sir.
Now, Hamilton, I realize this search will take time, but I insist on only the very best. And this vehicle is not to cost a fortune.
Indeed, sir. I shall begin right away. This is marvelous. I can relax. All I need to do is go to Rosenthal Honda at Tyson's Corner. They'll have the ideal vehicle at a low price and impeccable service after the sale.
Splendid choice, Hamilton. Make arrangements to dispose of that other vehicle.
The Honda Superstore in Tyson's Corner.
How you doing? On February 14th, give me bullseye. The devil is mine. Fear nothing.
Time to give the devil his due.
Risk everything. Let's play. Take the dare. Daredevil.
Was that really necessary?
No, it was fun. Rated PG-13. February 14th, only in theaters.
Man, have you been to the doctor lately? Did you know there are 2 health centers just for you every Tuesday in the District of Columbia? For more information, call the D.C. Department of Health, 1-800-666-2229. A look at our Dodge game summary tonight.
Michael Jordan leading the way, 23 points, also 4 steals. Rebounding has been a problem for a while for Washington. They're out rebounded by 18. Keep in mind, 16 of those 48s off the offensive glass for the Cavaliers. And points off turnovers, Washington certainly making up for it. 29 points off of 21 Cleveland turnovers.
5:27 to go in regulation. Michael Jordan, who did not score well in the 2 previous games against Cleveland, had 8 points and 12 points. Jordan fadeaway, got that one. And now he's got 25 tonight to lead all scorers. To Jermaine Jones for 3. Ouch. Jermaine Jones in his 4th year from Georgia. Jordan, how about that?
He never really had good control of it. That ball was bouncing away from him, but he certainly recovered in time to release the shot and put it down.
Michael is 4 for 5 in the quarter. Great move by Davis, who finds Ilgauskas, and he's a little short. Kwame's there.
So you can see how athletic Ricky Davis is. Very talented player. And now he's getting a chance to play. This is his 3rd team. Started off with the Hornets. Went down to Miami for a year, but only played 7 games that year. But since he's been with Cleveland, he's been the man.
3 seconds to shoot. Russell at the buzzer. Can't get it. And a loose ball foul is called on the Cavaliers. Somebody went over the top of Haywood or Brown?
I think it was Ricky Davis that went over the back of Kwame, not Kwame, but Brendan Haywood. Boy, Brian Russell gets his shot off just in the nick of time. It saves them a possession. They're going to be called for a foul over the back.
Michael Jordan has played all but 5 minutes of this game tonight. He sat the first 5 minutes of the 2nd quarter. Lou for Russell to Kwame with plenty of time. Nice pass, Haywood, and he is fouled.
Well, it looked like Ilgauskas and Brendan having a few words after that. Okay, watch the shovel pass from Kwame. Puts it down, shovels it off with the left hand. And Ilgauskas, all he can do is give up the foul.
And a nice look from Kwame Brown. And Haywood to the free throw line. Every little bit helps. Haywood 2 of 3 from the line. Has 10 points. 5 rebounds. Averages 6.5 and 5.4 and gets them both. Nicely done.
Yes.
In his 2nd year from North Carolina. Washington by 7. Davis pops. Air ball. Boy, he has struggled tonight. Ricky Davis, who wears number 23 because his mother's birthday is September 23rd. Of course, MJ is his favorite player, so that might have something to do with it, too.
I've heard that before, too.
Davis is 3 for 14 from the field. And with 3:14 to play in regulation, the Wizards lead by 7 with the ball.
And you can see Ricky Davis still upset with himself. He's having a horrific shooting night. But I bet you he's going to continue to shoot the ball.
He's almost doubled his scoring average from last year's 11.7 points per game, but not tonight. Fans, on Monday, February 17th at 1:30, the Wizards take on Vince Carter and the Toronto Raptors on Michael Jordan's 40th birthday. Tickets are available. To order yours, call 202-432-SEAT or order online at WashingtonWizards.com. That's Monday, February 17th, a 1:30 afternoon matinee feature for the Wizards and the Raptors, as we'll celebrate MJ's 40th. Having another big night, again following up on his pattern of scoring well after scoring,
what did we say, 32 plus points after a 40-point game.
Kwame inside, knocked away, picked up by Russell, saves it to Lou. Lou pulls the trigger. No good. Players tumble to the floor, and a 24-second violation will be called as the ball never hit the rim.
If you can believe it, the last person standing, Darius Miles, probably the lightest one of that pack. So Gauskas went down, Haywood went down, I think Kwame went down.
Just under 3 minutes to go in regulation. Timeout on the floor. Wizards by 7.
There are 39 reasons to buy a Toyota truck. Reason 19. Toyota Tacoma 4x4 has the highest ground clearance in its class. Reason 22. Tacoma has one of the highest standard towing capacities in its class. Reason 7. J.D. Power & Associates named Tacoma best compact pickup and initial quality. Reason number 1. For utility, comfort, and value, you can't beat Toyota's legendary quality and toughness. There are lots of reasons to buy a Tacoma right now. This has only been a few of them. See your Toyota dealer and find the one that's best for you.
Introducing all new America Online 8.0 with hundreds of new features, including AOL Call Alert. Be instantly notified that someone is trying to call you, like caller ID, so you can be online and never miss important phone calls. New AOL email sort gets you to important mail faster. 8.0 even lets you choose a welcome screen tailored to your interests. Connect to the people and things you care about most. New America Online 8.0. Call 1-800-4ONLINE or get a free startup disc at these locations.
Because Scum never sleeps.
Where would you been in?
They brought him back from retirement.
He works at the post office. Next.
To solve one of the biggest cases in MIB history.
Bring him in.
Hey! You're back! Hey, somebody said you were dead. You look good.
Now they're back in business.
Yeah.
They're back in action.
Let's make it hot.
And they're back in black. Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. Men in Black 2. Now playing on Blockbuster pay-per-view movies. Order now with your remote.
Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball has been brought to you tonight by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. Budweiser, who salutes America's designated drivers. Your Washington, D.C. area Mercedes-Benz dealers. Netstar One, your high-performance communication solutions company. By Dodge, get somewhere. Grab life by the horns, Dodge. Gold's Gym, join now and enter to win Gold's $500,000 challenge. Rosenthal Infinity, the Metro's largest Infinity dealer on Route 7 at Tyson's Corner. At Force 3, networks are people. Ricky Davis driving to the basket, and the ball tipped away out of bounds with 11 seconds to shoot.
Ricky Davis thinking that he was fouled, wanted to go to the line. Something that they really haven't been doing the second half. Only 3 attempts. They're 1 for 3 from the free throw line, the Cavs, in this second half.
Miles, the jumper, that's short. Big rebound by Russell. It's been close all night, despite just 4 ties and 2 lead changes. The only Cavalier lead came at 29-28 late in the first quarter. Wizards have led by as much as 8. From way outside, Michael misses. approaching the 2-minute mark in regulation. Washington by 7. And that's a big miss and a big rebound.
Did a good job of sealing off that time. Brendan Haywood did. Had Ilgauskas on his back the whole time.
Lou, 6 seconds to shoot for Kwame. Trying to draw the foul, couldn't do it, and a 24-second violation on the Wizards. So 2 opportunities to score. They come away with nothing and still lead by 7. Cleveland just 1 field goal in their last 5 minutes and 5 seconds. It was a Jermaine Jones 3-pointer. Here's what's in store for the Wizards on the other side of the All-Star break a week from tonight in Sacramento at the Arco Arena to take on the Kings. Then the very next night they'll be in Los Angeles to face the Clippers. Then have Thursday off and move to Salt Lake City on Friday to face Karl Malone, John Stockton, and the Utah Jazz, where Michael Jordan hit his most famous jumper at the Delta Center. As you look at our Sun Microsystems upcoming games. All right, Phil, here's a trivia for you tonight. Name 2 people in attendance tonight who hit game-winning shots in an NCAA championship game in the city of New Orleans.
Yeah, let's see. Let me go down the line and see who.
No, don't be looking.
Keith Smart probably is one.
Well, that's the tough one. That's the hard one.
MJ?
That's the other one.
That was in New Orleans?
Michael Jordan beat Georgetown with a jumper in the 1982 game. Keith Smart beat Syracuse with a jumper to win the 87 game.
Oh, the year Georgetown won it was in Seattle.
In 84.
Oh, okay. Why I was thinking Seattle.
Well, the guy who will be 40 in 13 days is the only player tonight to play over 40 minutes. Ricky Davis has played 37 minutes and not done nearly what Michael Jordan has done tonight. MJ has 27 points in the game. This is another big possession with 1:35 to play in regulation. Wizards have had 2 possessions, but unable to score. Wagner around Lou, pulls the soft jumper, misses, and Kwame Brown the rebound.
Well, neither team has been hot after that, especially after that.
Lou, and a timeout taken. The first thing Doug Collins said to Lou was get it across.
But he picked up his dribble.
Well, they converged on him just before he got over the line. And they put 17 on the shot clock because had it been on 16,
that would have been a turnover.
Exactly, would have been a backcourt violation.
So that means they have to throw it into the front court.
Good point. Brian Russell has started tonight in place of Stackhouse and really hustled.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's had the main assignment of guarding Ricky Davis, who, as we said, has really struggled tonight, and a large part of that is due to Brian Russell. There you see him stripping the ball, coming up with the loose ball. Brian also has done a good job of scoring. He's got 3 steals, but 13 points to go along with that.
Talked about that NCAA game-winning shots. Got a bunch of players that have won NCAA championships here tonight. MJ.
Do you come up with your own trivia, or does somebody kind of help you out with that?
It's called research.
Do you do your own research then? Oh, okay. I don't know why you call it research. You didn't do any research when you were at James Madison.
Well, that goes without saying.
Now all of a sudden it's called research. Yeah.
MJ won in 82, Leitner in 91 and 92, Juan Dixon at Maryland, Boozer at Duke in 2001, and Smart in 87 in Indiana. Haywood is fouled as he accepts the inbound pass, and as you alertly pointed out, they had to go into the front court.
Yeah, and the other thing is you don't want to force it and allow somebody to step in and pick the ball off, because then you're talking about another breakaway layup. So Jordan very patient, looked through all of his options, and the last one being Brendan Haywood got it to him, and Brendan was fouled.
Amazingly, there have been only 2 points scored in the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, I mean, neither team really going to the line a lot, and they're not making their shots. So I can understand that.
And the points are all by Brendan Haywood, who has 3 of them. And the Wizards get it back. That was huge. All those points in 3 minutes and 20 seconds have been at the free throw line from Brendan Haywood.
If Keith Smart had any here, he'd be pulling them out right now, but he beat his players to it.
Wizards by 8, matching their largest lead. 1:10 to play. Kwame was open for a moment.
Yeah, I think they want to consume some.
Nice pass.
Yeah. He's open again.
They came to get Jordan, and he giveth away.
The other thing is they wanted to consume time. They don't need to score. They need to use that clock.
Miles with a very nifty move, and he'll shoot a pair. Kwame Brown has 11 points.
I think what Jordan was telling Kwame, make him shoot out there. He's not a good shooter. Don't go for any of those fakes. Make him pull out from out there. And you can see nice quick crossover. That's a tough move for Miles. But again, you want to keep him out there, force him to shoot that outside shot. And there's the free throw shooting that I talked about. 12 for 15 in the first half, but they could only manage. This is only their 4th free throw attempt in the second half. Nice pass delivery from Michael Jordan, and Kwame Brown patiently waiting the pass.
Saved in nicely.
Yeah, tipped it back into Russell.
Wizards have outscored Cleveland 12-4 in the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds. And that will turn out to be the difference in this game tonight.
Kind of amazing when you think about how each team started.
You all right, partner?
Yeah,
okay?
I think so. Got choked up.
Yeah,
got choked up a little bit.
The finish is getting you all choked up here tonight.
But I think the Wizards shot 62% in the first quarter. And Cavaliers shot 52%. But neither team really doing a good job finding the basket after that.
Juan Dixon has 5 points tonight. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Just 1 of 7 from the field in 12 minutes of play. But his defense has been inspiring, to say the least. Kwame Brown comes out with 5 points. Correction. 11 points for Kwame and 7 rebounds. And the Wizards have their largest lead of 11. Now 9 with 36 seconds to play. And Jones fouls Tyronn Lue, so it appears the Wizards are on their way to their 24th victory of the season, which will improve them to 24-25 as we go to the All-Star break.
Yeah, and again, like you said in the open, this was a dangerous game, a team that could be very dangerous. They had nothing to lose. A lot of young players, young talent. They're going up against their idol in Michael Jordan. Of course, the Wizards depleted to some degree when you think about Stackhouse not being here. We don't know if Larry Hughes is 100%. So a very dangerous game, and the fact that they couldn't ever pull away from this Cleveland team.
Nice game from Tyronn Lue off the bench with 15 points and 6 assists tonight.
Well, he got a lot of help from Michael Jordan, who, when received the double team, Jordan kicked it out to Lue. Lue had a lot of open looks because of Jordan.
And actually, Lue started in the game tonight. So good performance from the backcourt for Washington, Michael Jordan and Tyronn Lue. And the Wizards have won all 3 games against Cleveland this year. They'll play again April 6th in Cleveland. And Washington victorious with now 6 days off. And Michael Jordan will be heading to Atlanta for his 14th All-Star appearance. And let's send you over to George Johnson. George?
All right, thank you very much. Joined now by Tyronn Lue. 15 points tonight for the Wizards, who get the victory as they close out the first half of the season over Cleveland. And this was a game, it seemed like the Cavaliers just kept hanging around throughout the whole game.
They always do. They always give us problems. And, they're a very athletic team, with a great center in Ilgauskas. So he forces you to double team. And they have a lot of guys who go to the offensive rebound. So when they kick it out and miss shots, we got guys who are attacking the board like Jermaine Jones and Ricky Davis and Darius Miles. So they're a hard team for us to match up with.
Last couple of games, you really have picked it up a little bit. Is it because you're starting? Is it because you feel like maybe a little bit more involved offensively?
I just think coaches told me to be more aggressive, coming out of high school and college, I was a scorer, but, on the NBA level, the point guard had to score that much. So he just told me to be aggressive and play my game and look to attack, and that's what I've been doing. And I've been a lot more comfortable doing that.
Outside of trying to heal Jerry Stackhouse and taking a couple of days off, what should you guys be thinking about during this break, during the All-Star break, as you get ready for the second half?
Stay in shape and really get focused. We got 3 tough games coming up on the road on the West Coast with Sacramento, the Clippers, and Utah. So we definitely have to go out there and try to get 2 out of 3. That should be our main focus to get back to 500. And I think our guys is, pretty much focused on that. We're going to do it.
All right, have a good game in the second half. We're going to send it back over to Steve Buckham.
15 points, 6 assists for Tyronn Lue. Nicely done. And it was Michael Jordan with 27 points on 13 of 26 shooting in 43 minutes of play. MJ went 4 of 6 in the fourth quarter as you look at our Subway play of the day to Kwame Brown.
Oh, nice dish off from Larry Hughes, who dumped it back to the trailer. Kwame Brown running the floor well, gets the easy 2, and that's the Subway play of the day.
MJ also had 8 assists and 4 steals tonight. Kwame with 11 points and 7 rebounds. Wizards improved to 24 and 25 overall, 17 and 10 at home. For Phil Chenier, George Johnson, Steve Buckhatz reminding you that Wizards basketball has been a presentation of Washington Sports and Entertainment, Comcast Sportsnet, and the NBA. Stay tuned. Guarantee Residential Lending Wizards postgame live is next. Washington with another victory, 93-84 over the Cavaliers.
Just feel like she hates me right now. I'm going to try to give her another call again.
I said go if you wanna go. Stay if you wanna
Verizon voicemail. You have 17.
I didn't care
Catherine
if you
Home.
were around me. I didn't care if you went away. And I know you were never right. I'll admit I was never wrong. I could never make up my mind. I made it up as I went along.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
We're gonna go to England.
Action!
It could work. It could work. You could do your own stunts.
Cut!
Shanghai Nights. Rated PG-13. This country blows.
See you February 7th. Tyson's Corner Honda's new showroom is underway, but construction's taking up too much space. So all week we're offering prices so low we can't advertise them. New Civics, Accords, hard-to-find Odyssey minivans, CRVs, and the all-new Pilot and Hybrid are all construction price to go. Plus low-rate financing, top dollar for your trade, and 2 years of free oil and lube maintenance. You won't believe how low we're willing to go as we build you a better showroom. Rosenthal Honda on Route 7 in Tyson's Corner.
Well, tonight the Washington Wizards playing in their final home game before the All-Star break and playing host to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Michael Jordan once again leading the way with the steal and the nifty little reverse layup for 2 of his 27 points as he leads the Wizards to the victory 93-84 as they go into the break 1 game under 500 at 24-25, winning their 2nd straight ball game. Cleveland, a very young basketball team, continues to struggle as they drop now to 9-40. And welcome to our MCI Center floor where George Johnson is joined by Glenn Consor and Adrian Dantley for our Guaranteed Residential Lending Wizards post-game live. The Wizards looking to take a little momentum with them into the All-Star break, and I would assume that they accomplished that by knocking off a Cleveland team that, quite frankly, did not go away very easily tonight.
Well, the Wizards played to the competition. They didn't take care of business early like I thought they would, but it looked like they was ready for this All-Star break so they can get some good rest. That's what it looked like tonight.
Yeah, it looked like the Cavaliers were the type of team where they were like a piece of Scotch tape that you just couldn't flick off your hand. They just didn't want to go away. But this Cleveland team, AD and I were talking about it, they're a very talented team. This is a very dangerous team. They're young. They can put up a lot of points. Wagner's a terrific young player, as is Miles, as is Ricky Davis. Elgakis is a first-team All-Star player. Not a first team, but he's an All-Star player. This is a very talented team.
very young basketball team. That's what got John Lucas fired. Yeah. I mean, but I thought John got a raw deal. I mean, you got a young basketball team, but it's too bad he got, let go because of this team. They 9-4, and like you said, they're a young basketball team.
Have you ever gotten to this point, Adrian, where you have 5-6 days off coming up and you sort of sleepwalk through a basketball game? Larry Drew said that's exactly what the club looked like it was doing in the first half.
Well, I can remember when I was a player during the All-Star break, you just couldn't wait for that last game so you can get away from everybody. But the thing that you got to be cautious of is that when you take this break, you have half players, they might not stay in condition. Then you have some players who are going to continue to stay in condition. So 6 days is a long break. When I played, we only had like 4 days off. So they're going to need their rest. They're going to need to be in shape because they got some games coming on this West Coast. It's going to be very important.
Still was nice, though, to see this team come out again. Michael Jordan was the leading scorer, but, I mean, Tyronn Lue and Brian Russell, it seemed to be another effort by the guys, the supporting cast, to help out MJ.
I thought they played great defense. I thought Russell played great defense on Davis. I thought Michael played a good game on Darius Miles. You didn't see none of that tonight.
None of that.
And Hayward did a great job on the Galcus. He scored 14 in the second quarter, but he was pretty quiet in the second half.
Yeah, AD's making a good point. Elgakis came into this game shooting 7 for 30 against the Wizards. Brendan Haywood really has done a great job on him defensively. In the second half of this game, Haywood, who's nice and long, he's 7 feet, he's got the long arms, really was able to move him out of scoring spots on the floor, and I think that was the difference for the Wizards this game.
Again, Michael Jordan, though, the key. He hits 50% of his shots, 13 of 26 shots, finishes with 27 points. I mean, can this man carry this basketball team all the way through to the end of the season, all the way to the playoffs?
(73-71). Mike scored on a curl, and he stole the ball and made it 77-71, and he hit 4 out of 5 in that last quarter, and he had 2 easy buckets for Kwame Brown down low.
When you watch the ebb and flow of this game, it just seems like every time they need a steal, every time they need a bucket, Jordan is the guy that comes through. And I had a chance to spend some time with Doug Collins today, and he talked about great players. And to my right, AD is one of those great players, a seven-time NBA All-Star. He talked about mental preparation, how Jordan is so mentally prepared to come into these types of games and perform. And I want to ask AD, what were some of the things you did to mentally prepare before games?
Well, I was a strange guy, Before a game, I wouldn't accept any phone calls. I mean, I just wanted my rest the day before the game. I didn't party. I party in the summer.
That doesn't happen a lot in Utah either, right?
Well, hey, look here. But anyway, you got to really be focused on your game, and Michael's probably the best at it.
It was interesting because, we think of Mike and we say offensively this guy gets it done. But there were opportunities in this game where they double-teamed him, and he did a great job of finding his teammates. We saw stat-wise, he had 8 assists in this one.
Well, great players really have a good feel for where the double team is coming from, which is what Jordan is able to do. He knows the double team's coming, which means somebody's open on the right side of the floor, wide open for jump shots. He also was able to hit not only Russell on the wing, but also Kwame Brown did a good job of moving without the ball. Also, Tyronn Lue did a good job of moving. The key is when the double team comes, the other 4 guys cannot stand. They got to move to open spots on the floor. Jordan is talented enough to feel the double team and hit open players.
The one thing that Mike talked about, and he was asked yesterday about the difference between this year and last year when it comes to the knees. And he says, you know, obviously it's a lot different this year than it was last year. I mean, can any of you guys explain why maybe he has a little bit more spring at this time of the year than he did last year?
Well, he's in better shape this year. When you take off 3 years, it's very difficult to come back and play that full season. He knew what his body felt like at the end of last season, so his body was more prepared for this season than it was the previous season when he was out for 3
You know,
years.
I also, and AD's making a good point, I also got to believe that it's also a little bit of luck. You know, he didn't come down and turn his knee, step on someone's leg, make those awkward movements that could injure himself, and I think that was key. The other thing is maybe the fact that he sat the first couple of games and came off the bench, didn't really have those minutes early this season, might be helping him right now.
Yeah, it's funny. We see Jerry Stackhouse, and he's out right now, and Larry Hughes has been out. I mean, you look on this roster, I mean, Juan Dixon has gone out for a period of time.
Right.
They've lost a lot of folks, and yet I would assume that the one guy they can ill afford to get any kind of tweak, be gone for any amount of time, would be number 23.
Well, it's been proven this year that in order for the Wizards to be effective, they need to have Jordan and Stackhouse playing well. Now, Jordan made the exception to the rule against the Hornets where he really took the game over, but they passed well, they passed efficiently. I think that the Wizards in the second half are poised to have a very sweet second half of the season. AD doesn't agree. He never agrees with me.
Well, we're going to get into that a little bit later.
I just start laughing. That's all.
But before we get into more talk about the Washington Wizards as they prepare for the second half of the season, let's send it over to the guys who called tonight's action, Steve Buckhantz and Phil Chenier. Guys, again, I said it to these guys, and it's all about the Wizards trying to close the door on a team that continued to hang around, but eventually they get the win.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what happens when you play with a team like this. We talked about it in the pregame show. They have enough talent to hang around. They're an excellent rebounding team, and that keeps them in the game. But a couple of things that we haven't talked about with regard to Michael Jordan, and this is one of the reasons why he is healthy. He's playing with those orthotics in his shoes, and he told me a few weeks ago that's made a huge difference in the pressure that he had last year that he doesn't have this year on his knees. So that's one thing, the orthotics has really helped him. Another thing that we don't ever talk about, he is not and has not ever fully recovered from when he cut his finger on that cigar cutter, and it is hampered, believe it or not,
yes, it has.
His ball handling and his shooting at times.
Yeah, not nearly as effective as it was years before with the Bulls, but still, he doesn't complain. He's able to get the job done. Once again, he got off on a quick start, leading this team to an early lead. And it was his outside shooting that allowed Washington to shoot 62% in the first quarter. He also ended up the game with 8 assists, so he was finding open players once he started drawing the double team, and it made a big impact on the game. Also had 4 steals. You know, this was a game where Washington, once again, for the second consecutive game, as you look at Michael's numbers. Well, let's talk about that first of all. We showed you how after a 40-point game, he's been averaging over 32 points, very close to that tonight. 27 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and their opponents, the Cavaliers, committed 22 turnovers, and for the second consecutive game, Washington has had 30 or more points off of opponent turnovers, so they've at least capitalized and helped themselves in that way.
As I mentioned, Tyronn Lue starting tonight for Larry Hughes, and we don't know if that will change or not come next Tuesday night. We'll see in Sacramento. But you had to get some play from some of these other guys off the bench because Cleveland is a good rebounding team, and they got it tonight in the form of Kwame Brown. Of course, Brian Russell started for Stackhouse as well. But as AD then pointed out, Russell played a great defensive game tonight.
He did a lot in terms of what had Ricky Davis off the mark. He was 3 for 14. Ricky Davis was only 7 points, so that was a big part of it. And Also threw in 13 points, but Kwame Brown off the bench. And again, hopefully what we're seeing is more of an emerging of Kwame Brown coming off the bench, providing some low post play, as well as some quickness and some excitement in this game.
I asked you earlier about the mental frame of mind of a guy like a Brian Russell, who certainly is much more comfortable starting. And you can see it even in just the last 2 games. Mentally, you know, he likes to go from the very beginning on the floor, but, you know, I don't know if he'll always play in that role, so he's got to be ready either way, right?
I'm not so sure that's all that accurate. I think what probably he, and I think most players would agree with this, is that as long as you know you're getting consistent minutes, if you know you're going to come in at that 7-minute mark in the first quarter or the beginning of the second quarter, you know, then you have a easier way of gauging and preparing yourself. But, you know, again, this is a professional game. You're paid a lot of money, so you've got to keep yourself ready, and it's that much more of a challenge, but still, it has to be done.
Wizards did a nice job meeting that challenge without Jerry Stackhouse tonight, and let's hope that the last couple of games that he's missed and now this week-long rest, that he'll be able to come back pretty well to full strength when the Wizards meet the Kings next Tuesday night in Sacramento. George?
All right, thank you very much, Steve. Phil, you guys have a good All-Star break as well as the Washington Wizards get the win tonight over the Cleveland Cavaliers. 5 players scoring in double figures for the Washington Wizards. Michael Jordan, of course, leading the way with 27. Time for a commercial break. When we get back, Adrian, Glenn, and me will sit back and talk more about tonight's victory as our guaranteed residential lending Wizards postgame live show continues.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
We can't take him to the coast with us. You mind?
The coast, huh?
Yeah.
This is where we're gonna be. There's his acupuncturist.
Hey, I've never taken care of a weasel before.
It's a ferret.
If you guys have to do duties, just let me know. Have a great time. See ya.
Why wait? Fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by February 10th. So get packing.
Hey.
You are now free to move about the country.
Well, he's really taken us to new levels.
He's brought customer service to a whole new level.
I think we were somewhere in here.
I think he's sort of raised the bar.
Somewhere in there, between there.
You know what he's all about? He's all about this, not about that. What's that gonna get you?
Oh, he deserves this award. There's no doubt about it.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Terps fans, Subway's filling your order this season with a Maryland basketball news you crave. Every week, check out the Subway Gary Williams report on Sportsnet at 6:30 and 10. Jared lost over 200 pounds eating Subway subs while watching Sportsnet at 6:30. And Clay Henry couldn't have come up with his jingle without watching Sportsnet at 10. Plan your meals around it, too. Check out ComcastSportsnet.com to find out which days the coach talks hoops this week. Every day is game day on Comcast Sportsnet. Catch the Geico Craig Esherick report.
We played the #1 team in the country, and I thought we played extremely hard for 40 minutes.
Check it out every Friday on Sports Night at 6:30 and 10. Every day is game day on Comcast Sportsnet.
Hi, I'm George Johnson. You're watching Comcast Sportsnet. Welcome back, folks. This is our guaranteed residential lending Wizards post-game live show. These are your NBA standings out of the Eastern Conference. The Pacers are still the top team in the East. A game ahead of the Nets. The Pistons and the Celtics would have home court in the first round of the playoffs if they were to start today. Bucks, 76ers, Hornets. The Wizards are now tied with the Orlando Magic at 10.5 games out of first place in the East, although the Magic are playing right now. If the Magic were to win that ball game, then they would, of course, take another half-game lead over the Washington Wizards. And welcome back to the MCI center floor. George Johnson along with Adrian Dantley and Glenn Consor. As tonight, the Washington Wizards get a 9-point win over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their second straight victory as they go into the All-Star break. And, I mean, we talk a lot about Michael Jordan in the game that he had, but again, getting great help support-wise from Tyronn Lue and some of the bigger guys down low. But it was Brian Russell and Steve Buckhanson and Phil Chenier talked about him, about how comfortable he is starting as opposed to coming off the bench. AD?
Well, he better take advantage of it now, because with Stack come back, he's going to be right back on the bench again. So this is the kind of guy you want on your team, that he might not be getting the minutes. Then when someone get injured, come in and play great basketball. He played great defense today on Davis, and he also hit that perimeter shot and had about 13 points. But, hey, we know when Stack come back, he's going to go right back to that bench again.
Isn't, though, Glenn, this is the kind of guy maybe you do want, and not to disagree with you, Adrian, but the fact is that Russell is the kind of guy that is content with trying to fill a role. He'll do whatever it takes. If it takes defense, if it takes rebounding, you know, whatever he sees Mike and Stack not doing, he can fill in and do that.
Well, you know, he really played that role in Utah. You know, he really did, especially with guys like Stockton and Malone. You know, he kind of gave them what they needed. You know, he's not going to complain, but this game specifically, he did a great job on Ricky Davis. Ricky Davis, he just locked him up, who's a phenomenal scorer, especially in the open court. I thought Russell really gave them what this team needed right now, and that's all you could ask for a guy coming off the bench.
Well, he played that role the first 15 games, and I told you early in the season that Mike wasn't going to be on that bench long. Yeah. He came in the 15th game of the season, and since then, he hasn't been playing that much. But this is the type of guy you want on your basketball team, because he's going to keep himself in shape, and when someone get injured, he's going to come through.
And that's right. And he's not going to sulk, and he's not going to complain. He's just going to come off the bench. He's a true professional. He's exactly what Doug Collins needs on this team. But I also like the way Lou is playing, George. I mean, he's coming in with a lot of energy. I had a chance to talk to Tyronn Lue before this game, and he told me that he's looking to score more, and that's the difference. He's not just a distributor on this team, and he made some outside shots. He took a lot of shots, but he's really learning that great point guards need to score, especially in the NBA.
Yeah, you go into Tyronn Lue, but back to the front court, and you were talking about Brian Russell and the fact that he has the ability not to sulk. This is a guy who's a 9-year veteran. I mean, he knows a little bit about what's going on. Meanwhile, on the other end, you have a guy like Kwame Brown, who has still tried to find his role on this basketball team. Doug Collins still looking to find where he can be most effective. Your thoughts about how he has played as we go into the All-Star break?
Well, I don't think he's been consistent. I don't think they're really that happy with his play up to this point. Kwame just got to come out and be more consistent. I don't know if he feels comfortable in the low post on the perimeter, but you got to be patient with the guy. He's a young basketball player, and hopefully he'll come around the second half.
In addition, to piggyback on what AD's saying, I really believe that Kwame is playing well the last 5 games. And Doug Collins has done a great job finding the right combination. He's playing very well with Eitan Thomas. He seems to be meshing nicely in the front court with him. I think his energy level's better. He's making outside shots, and his defense this game in blocking shots and changing shots really was a factor.
You know, we see a whole lot of Christian Laettner and Brendan Haywood on the floor when they start out the basketball game. But one would assume that they're a better front court. And again, you guys can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but when Eitan and Kwame are active and they're on the floor, that gives them their best chance to win, at least front court wise.
I think the last 5 games they've proven that, and it's been a factor. On the defensive end, on the offensive end, Laettner's a very good jump shooter. We've seen what he can do when moving to open spots on the floor, but Kwame Brown's been making his jump shot. But defensively, I think he's been a presence on the defensive end and changing shots and playing weak side defense the last 3 games.
Well, those 3 guys, they do something different. Eitan is the better offensive rebounder. Kwame is athletic. Christian, you need him in the game during times because he knows how to pass the ball. He knows how to set screens, things that Kwame, Eitan don't know how to do right now. So all 3 of them pretty good, but I still like my guy Oakley, and I don't know why he hasn't played the last 6-7 games.
You know, I bet you Oakley doesn't mind sitting down and relaxing, knowing how long this season can be.
Oh, he wants some minutes. He wants some minutes.
Time for another commercial break. Again, the Washington Wizards get the victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers. When we get back, we'll talk more about tonight's win, probably start to look ahead as the Wizards get a couple of days off before getting ready for a very tough second half of the season. Coming up right after our show, it's Sports Night presented by Northrop Grumman Information Technology. The Caps taking on the Lightning, number 1 and number 2 in the Southeast. We'll have updates of that. Gary Williams nears 500 wins as they get ready to play tomorrow night, and we'll also have a wrestler coming your way.
Welcome to the First Time Mortgage Service Line. Enter the number where we can reach you starting with the last digit of the prefix. Thank you. We will call you within 30 business days. Now enter the number of dollars you have as a down payment. You entered $2,000. Goodbye.
Is your mortgage company doing a number on you? We'll create a mortgage that works within your budget with as little as no down payment. Behind the best service in the mortgage business, there's Guarantee Residential Lending.
Taco Bell's new Monterey Chicken Quesadilla combines two tastes so tempting, it might trigger a Monterey matchup.
So rich.
She digs me.
Spicy, too.
Really digs me.
Working the old quesadilla angle again, huh?
The Monterey Chicken Quesadilla. Rich Monterey Jack cheese meets spicy pepper jack. Melted together over all white meat chicken. For the new Monterey Chicken Quesadilla, think outside the bun.
You've worked for it. You've sacrificed for it. You've earned it. Now it can be yours. The body you've always wanted. It's the perfect gift. And right now is the perfect time to call Plastic Surgery of Greater Washington for a free consultation. Now everyone can see the beauty that lies within. Plastic Surgery of Greater Washington, because you've earned it.
The ambiance of a fine resort and the area's largest BMW selection. It's waiting for you now at BMW of Sterling, the new standard for BMW enthusiasts. Indulge yourself in a 2002 BMW like the 330ci or the incredible 745i. Special lease and finance options from BMW Financial Services mean the best prices anywhere in the Washington market. BMW of Sterling, the new BMW standard.
Welcome back. The Guaranteed Residential Lending Wizards postgame live continues as the Wiz tonight knock off the Cavaliers 93-84. Glenn, what do you see numbers-wise?
Well, take a look at those turnovers. They should be flashing in your screen because that really was the difference. The rebounds, boy, the Wizards really were dominated on the boards, but those turnovers really hurt the Cavaliers because the Wizards were able to capitalize on those turnovers. And you know what? A lot of those turnovers by the Cavaliers this game were very much unforced. A lot of times it was a 3-on-1 fast break. They just threw it away.
And those turnovers turned into 31 points by the Washington Wizards. Now, one guy who did not turn the ball over at all for the Cleveland Cavaliers is a real good-looking rookie by the name of Dajuan Wagner, who had 19 points in this one, 8 of 17 from the field with 4 assists. Boy, he really was impressive, wasn't he?
Oh, I think he's going to be a great player in this league. Played 1 year of college, and this is the guy who scored 100 points last season. And this guy, he's going to be a great basketball player, I think.
He's got a great crossover move. He can go by people in the open court. And I had a chance to talk to Austin Carr, who was the color guy for the Cavaliers, and he was telling me that the big challenge of this Cleveland team is to take athletes and make them basketball players. But this young man, he might be the exception because he is a basketball player right now. He's one of AD's boys.
Don't get talking about athletics now. Every coach and general manager are always looking for that athletic guy. They got all the athletes on that team.
You still got to make them basketball players, AD.
It's still going to take some time for them to know the game of how to play basketball.
Okay, now listen, you guys, you got all kinds of opinions, you know, and you've never been short for words. So with that having been said, as we approach the midpoint mark here in the season, it's time to bring out the report cards.
This is Professor Dantley's.
Okay, we start off with the coach, Doug Collins. You know, Adrian, you gave him a B+. I've got to ask you, why the B+?
Well, first of all, viewers, I just want to let y'all guys know that these guys are afraid to give the real grade because they're afraid the player going to knock them out or the coach going to say something. But I just don't think.
Look at tough guy over here.
I just don't
tough
think,
guy over here.
I can't give him an A because if he was an A, they wouldn't be 500 right now. How are you going to give a coach an A when they're 24 and 25? He's doing the best he can do for what he has. On paper, they look good, but right now they're a game below 500.
And I think Doug Collins has done a great job really searching for combinations. It's not an easy thing to do. He's trying to find minutes. He's also trying to become poised for the second half of the season. I think he's done a great job finding Atan Thomas and Kwame Brown. He's also doing a good job now starting Tyronn Lue to try to get Juan Dixon some minutes, and I think that was the difference. I love the job Doug Collins is doing. I also love my job.
Yeah, it took him 49 games.
Right.
Michael Jordan.
It took me 3 minutes to get that out.
Okay, Michael Jordan. Let's take a look at the grades that we give Michael Jordan. You know, A+ because he's 40.
Right.
He's doing his thing at 40. You, of course, don't agree with that. Again, another B from you.
Professor Danley. AD's like the tough teacher that you can't get that grade with, you know?
Okay.
Right, AD, let me hear it.
So Adrian gives him the B+. Let's move on to Jerry Stackhouse, okay? And Stack in his first year with the club, acquired in that trade from Detroit, sending Richard Hamilton out to the Pistons. And Adrian, A-. You were tough.
Man, look here. First of all, let's get back to Mike.
Well, we're trying to get through.
We do Stackhouse then.
Okay.
But Stackhouse, A-. He should have been on the All-Star team. He didn't make it. And Michael Jordan, then wait a minute, now, you guys got to really know basketball. I mean,
okay,
look, when he was playing basketball, right. That's when he was an A-. Yes, I give him an A for the last 5-6 games since Stackhouse has been hurt. But this guy, you got to remember when he played back in the 80s, man.
Okay, well, we do remember that. But, I mean, at 40, still getting it. The last couple of – he has aced his last couple of tests.
You give him an A. You give him an A-.
What about the young boy? What about the young boy, Kwame Brown?
Man, that's all it is.
What about Kwame Brown? What do you think? Also playing in his second year with the Washington Wizards, we gave grades for – there they are, finally. And Adrian again. You know, as I say.
Man, he's tough.
What do you think, Glenn?
Professor Danley, I think that Kwame Brown's improving. That's why I gave him a B+. I think every game he's getting better. He's doing some things. He's giving it to him on the defensive end. And I want to hear what AD has to say.
I just don't believe you guys. How can you give a guy a B+ when he's not even starting?
Because we like our job, AD.
In their game.
That's the reason.
See, they're a game behind 500. You're giving out all these A's and A-. They're supposed to have a better record than 24 and 25.
Now, the Washington Wizards had 3 draft picks this past year, and, you know, their first pick was Jared Jeffries out of Indiana, and then they got Juan Dixon. Jeffries is, of course, out for the rest of the season. They also drafted a young man from Alabama, and Grizzard, but he no longer is with the club. But your thoughts about these draft picks?
Well, I gave him an incomplete only because AD wanted me to, because they didn't want to make him look so bad. But honestly, I thought Dixon, because he was out a good portion of the season, was pretty tough to determine. And obviously Jeffries is out, but I love the draft picks.
Hey, anything about the young boys?
Well, I like Dixon. You know I like Dixon.
Yeah,
but he's a C right now. He's not a B and an A like the grades you guys. I would have loved to have you guys as a history teacher.
you would have
got A's every time.
You would have done pretty good. That's Glenn Carter, and that's Adrian Danley. I'm George Johnson. Time for another commercial break. When we get back, we will talk about the Washington Wizards in the future. Right there. The NBA All-Star Game is Sunday, and then after that, they get on the road and go out west where they take on the Sacramento Kings and the Clippers, who are always a solid club. You can see that on Comcast Sportsnet, and then the Utah Jazz.
Our giant truckload sale is back, and we're giving away up to $100 to everyone who switches to SunTrust.
Don't you want me, baby?
Hey, if having a bank that listens wasn't enough incentive,
don't you want me? Oh,
$100 sure should be.
Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me?
Hurry to the giant truckload sale at SunTrust before the music's over.
I just feel like she hates me right now. I'm going to try to give her another call again.
I said go if you want to go. Stay if you want to stay.
Verizon voicemail. You have 17.
I didn't care
Catherine
if you
Home.
were around me. I didn't care if you went away. And I know you were never right. I'll admit I was never wrong. I could never make up my mind. I made it up as I went along. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
When I wear black, even a little dandruff shows, and my old dandruff shampoo wasn't doing enough. So I switched to Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch with aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue, Selsun Blue.
Today's forecast, dry, itchy, irritated skin. And the ordinary moisturizers I've tried don't relieve it for me. So I switched to Rich Creamy Gold Bond Lotion with 5 soothing moisturizers, plus it's medicated to stop the itch. Gold Bond Lotion, more than a moisturizer, it's medicated.
Welcome back, folks. Here's a look at the NBA scoreboard as the Lakers knock off the Pacers. The Blazers win on the road in Orlando, so now the Wizards are tied for that 8th and final playoff spot. Well, earlier tonight, Doug Collins, after the win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, talked about his club's victory and most notably about Tyronn Lue and the big shot he hit late in the ballgame to secure the victory.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we had to get the ball in the post, and they were running at Michael. And so T. Lue is, when he gets his feet set, is probably our best three-point shooter. And he stepped up and knocked it down. We really needed it. Hit a real big shot for us.
Could you talk about the consolation, so to speak, of going into the break in the playoffs when the last couple of days you guys had given some away?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge boost, Steve. I mean, if we go in with that, we know we got our work cut out for us in the second half of the season. But as I've said before, get Jerry back healthy and get a complete team together, and you know, let's see what we can do. You know, we got a lot of tough road games. Our home games are very difficult. We got 33 games left to go. Let's see what we can do. You know, last year Michael, after the All-Star break, basically got hurt, and I think we finished 11-24 after the break. You know?
Break comes at a good time looking at Stackhouse.
Absolutely.
Michael can't play 44.
Absolutely, it's good for it's good for everybody. You know, really, you know. But what you talked about, Michael, Jerry, Larry Hughes with his knee. You know, all of the guys who were banged up a little bit, and I trusted our guys. I said, guys, look, you know, I wasn't going to give them tomorrow off, but I did, and I said, you guys can take away, go off on the break, and all I ask you to do is work out and be in shape. So when we get together in Sacramento, we'll be ready to play. I just felt like trying to do something tomorrow after this game tonight would have been fruitless. And so sometimes you got to use judgment, and that's the judgment I used tonight. I didn't think tomorrow would accomplish anything for us.
Well, Doug Collins certainly looked like he was ready for that All-Star break, but my opinion right now is that the Wizards are gelling nicely, and if they can come back in the second half with an urgency and a passion for the game, they're going to have a very successful second half of the season. AD?
Adrian?
What do you think, buddy?
Any last thoughts before we get out? I got 20
Did you
seconds.
like that, AD?
None. That's Adrian Danley. That's Glenn Carson. I'm George Johnson. I was kind of waiting to hear something from you.
AD liked
nothing. As the Washington Wizards get the victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers, taking a 2-game winning streak into the All-Star break. Sports Night, presented by Northrop Grumman Information Technology, follows our show. Once again, the Washington Wizards knock off the Cavs 93-84 thanks to 27 from Michael Jordan.